the Odyssey app today.
To you by Total Wine & More. At Total Wine & More, save big on what you love this month with hundreds of deals on amazing wines and spirits. Love what you find at the lowest prices only at Total Wine & More. Drink responsibly. B21. Today.
Whenever their teams do go down. So anyway, getting to Anthony Richardson. I think we're in agreement here that in some order, you're going to see CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, whichever way you want, go 1 and 2 in the draft. Would you concur with that statement?
Heard from Andy Biggs, Republican from Arizona, somebody who has been a staunch defender of the former president. He says that this is Trump derangement syndrome. Meantime, on the other side of the aisle, you have Pete.
SprinklerFitters669.org. Click on your city, town, or region, select a contractor, and schedule an estimate. The 100% write-off basically gives you free fire protection. Install fire sprinklers now. SprinklerFitters669.org to save lives and protect property.
Let's take a moment and think about the things you love. It could be stuff like vintage vinyl, stylish sunglasses, or your exotic fish collection. Whatever your passion is, the new Multiply the Cash scratchers from DC Lottery gives you a chance to multiply your cash by 5, 10, 25, or even 100 times and enjoy a lot more of the stuff that makes you, you. Multiply the Cash scratchers from DC Lottery. If you love it, multiply it. Please play responsibly.
At Leidos, we put technology to work on the front lines. Whether we're helping the military stand up a new application or creating efficiencies in our nation's infrastructure, our technology-driven solutions are helping to make the world safer, healthier, and more efficient. It's important work, and it never stops, because failure is not an option. Visit us at leidos.com.
At CDW, we get your employees need their data to go where they go.
That's why we started tattooing company data right on them.
Ow.
Now they have permanent access.
Ouch. Well, at CDW, we can transform your data center painlessly, on-prem and in the cloud, with a Dell technology solution so your data isn't just available, it's powerful.
Whew. I was about to get these Q4 financials tattooed on my neck.
Close call. For technology that moves you forward, trust Dell Technologies and IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Learn more at cdw.com/DellTech.
Ideation through innovation and integration. That's not hockey coaches speak, but the way we work at Epic Concepts. At Epic Concepts, we provide IT solutions of the highest caliber. We'll work with you from the start to understand your requirements and work continuously until you are thrilled with the result. Epic Concepts provides the ability to create integrated turnkey IT solutions for simplifying everything from acquisition to deployment. Epic Concepts is a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business. Find out more at Epic. That's EPOCHconcepts.com. Data security threats are reaching unprecedented levels, targeting private sector, government agencies, and individuals. At ID Technologies, a CACI company, we've applied our 20-plus years of experience to develop the Archon Solution Suite, empowering your remote teams to work securely from wherever they are, keeping your mission-critical data safe every step of the way. NSA CSFC compliant, quickly deployed, factory ready at enterprise scale. Visit idtech.com. Brought to you by ID Technologies, a CACI company, along with Dell Technologies. Innovation fueled by experience.
Set to go. It's Capitals and the Tampa Bay Lightning, your referees for tonight's game, as assigned by the National Hockey League. Number 10, Kyle Raymond, and number 13, Irvin South. Brett Kovacic and Ben O'Quinn are your linesmen. Again, for the Capitals in their starting lineup, it's Sherry on the left side, down at center, Ame Kubel on the right, with Alexeyev and Van Riemsdyk on defense. Again, it's this simple, one shift at a time. Try and find your way to 2 points tonight. Worry about tomorrow when it gets here, but Capitals in bad need of 2 points. They need a good start here.
Yeah, set the tone. This line goes out there, maybe bangs a little bit, gets in there, forechecks. Set the tone for the game. You want to play a physical hockey game against these guys.
Facing Braden Point, 27-year-old out of Calgary, 2 goals Tuesday in a win at Carolina. As this game gets started, the Capitals win the faceoff and will dump it in and immediately ice the puck. Just 7 seconds gone by here in period number 1. The Capitals with just 1 win in their last 6, 3 wins in their last 11, entering play tonight with 7 to go. And for the most part have allowed 3 or more. They didn't do that last night. In fact, there's only 4 occasions in the last 21 games that they haven't, but they still didn't get the win that they were looking for. Now, a face-off right in front of Darcy Kemper that gets us going. One back from Braden Point, sending it to the blue line. And now looking to set things up is Mikhail Sergachev. All Sergachev did was get 4 points the last time the Capitals were here in the first period, tying an NHL record, a couple of goals and a couple of playmakers. He'll help it down low in front of Kemper. And the Capitals trying to clear out to the middle. It's Connor Sherry just beyond the Capitals blue line. Back in is Nikita Kucherov. And Kucherov will move in behind the net after Sergachev got rubbed out along the far board. Connor Sherry to center. Lost the puck to Stamkos. Here come the Lightning quickly, as Stamkos will bang it to the right-hand side. Kucherov blew a tire as he got to the hash mark. And a puck to center here for Dowd. He'll backhand through the middle and up in front of the penalty boxes. Cut off there by Anthony Cirelli. Puck comes in along the far board. Pat Maroon in behind the net. 3-time Stanley Cup winner. Once with St. Louis, 2 of them here. Back to the blue line where it's taken away off the stick of Cirelli. Alex Ovechkin had it taken away by Cirelli as he left the zone. Cirelli re-enters immediately and will go cross ice here. A puck that comes from the blue line and sent down low off the stick of Ian Cole, the veteran defenseman, and a Stanley Cup winner in his own right with Pittsburgh. He'll send it back along the near side. Cole at the right hash mark, put in behind the net. Faravari will tangle up there with Cirelli. And now loose along the near board, it's Maroon out to Eric Chernak. From the right point as Tampa continues to excel here in the offensive zone early. Killorn up top, Chernak with a shot that deflects away off Kemper and hit along the end boards. Capitals trying to get their legs underneath them here.
Yeah, not good. Not a good start, obviously. The couple giveaways in the neutral zone, you just can't do that. Their transition game, these guys aren't the quickest team, but they're good offensively, and if you keep giving them opportunities, they're going to make you pay.
Here comes Rasmus Sandin for Washington as the Capitals try and make their first real foray into the offensive zone. 17:50 to go here in the first. No score as the puck sent out by Tampa Bay to center. Alexei Protas, the last goal he had was against Tampa Bay. It's been a while for him, going back to November 11th, a game at Capital One Arena. 35 games since then, in and out of the lineup, of course, along the way. As the Capitals will ice the puck here, and dumped in from center as TJ Oshie was giving chase. The face-off again back in front of Kemper here. A lot of action early inside the offensive zone for the Lightning.
Well, you know the Lightning were going to come out hard, try to get the Caps in, try to catch them. They're not ready to play, but he just got it was the neutral zone turnovers. You just can't do that against good hockey clubs like that. You got to make sure that puck gets in deep, get your legs going. We talked about that. You know, the only way to do that is go in there and skate.
Alexei Protas gets back into the Tampa Bay zone after a face-off win in the Washington end. A centering attempt that doesn't result in a shot on net, and here comes Nikita Kucherov. Another terrific year in terms of points, but his pass going from near side to far, deflecting out to center. Kucherov, if he has any shoulder pads on, it doesn't show. Back now along the near wing, but he can move. And a shot that hits up into Evgeny Kuznetsov, and he is slow to get up after Kucherov hit him with something. The puck going to the far side and up and out of the zone, and back now for Darren Radish into his own end. Kuznetsov heading to the bench to get looked at as the puck sent back into the Washington zone with 16:40 to go here in the first period. Kemper just going to smother this along the right post. A shot from Nikita Kucherov coming up and biting Evgeny Kuznetsov.
Yeah, he gets that one. He's in some pain on the bench, but, he's a hockey player. He should be able to shake that off, get right back out there. But the Caps got to worry about getting their feet going, getting going here. You can see Tampa really, in the offensive zone, these guys can snap the puck around pretty good. Where you can take advantage of them is in their own zone. They're not as good as they used to be. McDonough's gone, these guys, so Caps got to realize that, play below the hash marks.
Mentioned Kucherov already with 104 points in 75 games. Off the faceoff here, fourth line on for John Cooper. And a shot from the veteran Corey Perry that will ricochet off of Kemper and fall in behind the net. Wrap-around attempt in front, and Tanner Janot with the opportunity went right over his stick as the Lightning doing a pretty good job of controlling the interior right at the top of the goal crease. Just couldn't quite get that shot on net. Janot, the former Nashville Predator, back in behind the net, taken away now by Perry. Caps having trouble clearing, and now the shot from Pierre-Edouard Bellemare out near the left point, going to deflect up and out of play. A little sloppy in the front of Kemper, and Tampa Bay has spent an inordinate amount of time early on here in the first period in front of the Capitals goal, and Caps trying to get more going offensively here.
Well, you got to get the puck out of your zone. That's to start the offense. Good first pass, get the guys going, get them skating. And I think, the key is get in there, get that puck in deep. I mean, you can see they're coming hard. They're pressing the Caps right now. They're trying to get up a couple here. And Caps got to weather this storm, get back to their game.
It's quite a storm, and Tampa Bay certainly aware of the Capitals' travel itinerary coming to Central Florida as the puck comes in along the near side and picked up by Alex Killorn. Killorn will move in behind the net here, and it's cleared away by the Caps down ice. Ovechkin will give chase. Kernak hears the footsteps coming, and the Tampa defender will send it ahead along the near board quickly. Big stretch pass and moves back into the zone for Pat Maroon. Maroon cross ice. Cole takes his time, lets it go, and a shot deflected away. Now for Nick Perbix out at the blue line, and near the right point, a shot that deflects away into the corner.
They're just a step ahead of the Caps, John. They're a step ahead of them.
At every turn here as the puck comes back along the near side, and Rasmus Sandin finally able to get it out to center, and Jensen going to float it back for the forwards. The lead to Sandin along the near side. Capitals still have not registered a shot on Andrei Vasilevsky. 3 officially on Kemper, and a whole lot more pressure than that might indicate. Back down for Ross Colton. Inside the Tampa Bay zone, to pass in behind the net. Broken up by Alexei Protas and hung up in the corner. Nick Paul comes in, the centerman for Tampa Bay. Digs out the puck, and a lead out to center for Brandon Hagel. He's had a nice year and finding a home here in Tampa Bay as the puck left for Ross Colton, and a collision in front here as Kemper got hit, and now he ends up on top of a Tampa Bay player that came into his goal crease with 14:30 to go here in the first period. Kemper a little incensed that his space was trodden upon And it's Brandon Hagel who ended up making contact with him and ended up on the business end of Darcy Kemper at the end of that play.
I think Hagel's going to get a penalty here. The referee pointing towards the penalty box. As we take a look at it again, he comes in and I don't know about all that. I mean, yeah.
Tampa Bay penalty number 38 has 2 minutes for goaltender interference.
I guess Darcy was in his crease too, so he has the right to be in his crease. He comes in there, and the Caps catch a break here now. Not a great start, but the power play can put him ahead.
Brandon Hagel, 27 goals, 59 points on the year. He came over from Chicago at the trade deadline last year. John Cooper not really liking the call for goaltender interference here as Washington getting their first chance of the night.
No, he's not liking that call. I mean, that could have gone either way. The Caps catch a break on that one. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. Give the defense and give Kemper a little bit of a rest here on this power play.
So the Capitals on the power play, 12th in the NHL at 21.9%. In 2 games against Tampa Bay this year, 0 for 12. The fact they've had 12 opportunities is an inordinate amount. Tampa's not afraid to take penalties. One of the most penalized teams in the league, and the power play just ended right after it started. Back in along the end boards as Dylan Strome was setting up and knocking down a man to the ice here. And with 14:16 to go in the
Washington,
first period.
number 19 has a 2-minute minor for holding.
Again, Nick Backstrom, that got the stick in now behind the net as the Capitals were just getting to work. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare got hung up by the stick of Backstrom. He was a little slow in getting to him, and just like that, Ken, it's a 4-on-4.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, Nicky, there. He got his stick caught between the net, and he couldn't get it out as he went in for a little poke check. So the net caused that penalty. He didn't want to do that, but he couldn't get a stick out of the way, and the referee sees it. Now, you said 4-on-4. See if they can get puck possession, and Kuznetsov's back out there.
He is indeed. Not gone long as the puck comes to the blue line and lofted in toward Kemper. A glove save here. So we'll skate 4 aside from here for the next minute and 41 seconds. 14:10 to go in the first period as the power play for Washington was greatly abbreviated. They still do not have a shot on net in this game. And Darcy Kemper moving laterally to make the save there. We'll see the draw to his right. Braden Point takes it here for Tampa Bay. And back on now towards center, Mikhail Sergachev. Number 98 in the blue and white, leaving it for Darren Radish. Number 43 for Tampa. For the cycling forward, it's Kucherov going cross ice here. And back now to Radish in front. A shot and trying to pick the top right corner of the net and just missed as Radish activated from the blue line. Keying on Kucherov and Point. It was Radish that ended up getting the scoring chance. Now in from the left side, it's Kucherov into the corner after a shot denied. Coming in from the far circle, Kuznetsov closing quickly on him is Braden Point. And the Capitals slowing things down in their own end with Kucherov applying some mild forecheck pressure.
Well, they got to protect that puck there. And Carlson with a bad giveaway, drop pass, no one's there. Stuff like that. You don't want to give these guys any opportunities. They get enough on their own. So Caps little not 100% on their game as of yet.
Looks like a team that got in late last night. They're getting outshot 7-0 here with 7 minutes gone by in the first period. 4-on-4 will end in 30 seconds. And then Tampa Bay with the briefest of power plays. Puck carrying along towards center now and to Eric Chernak. Back in an errant pass toward Victor Hedman. Hedman last year was a 20-goal guy and 85 points. His number's not going to approach that this year. Significantly down, but still very good. 45 points on the season. He'll wheel to the right side. Hedman into the zone, but jumping just a touch early. The Lightning and a whistle and an offside call. Nick Herbix jumped in just a touch early. We'll take a timeout here as we continue to skate at 4-on-4. The Capitals and the Lightning scoreless. 12:37 to go in the first period on the Capitals Radio Network, driven by Kia.
The National Air Traffic Controllers Association are essential frontline aviation safety professionals who proudly work to oversee the busiest airspace in the world. Our nation's aviation system is an engine that drives our nation's economy. NATCA safely guides people and cargo through the skies 24/7, 365. As air travel continues to grow, NATCA is committed to your safety. Visit them at natca.org, natca.org. NATCA guides you home.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One and a member FDIC.
The Washington Capitals are back on the ice, and this season you can be in the stands to experience it all live. Shop a wide variety of seats for every match from Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of the Capitals and the NHL. And make sure you don't miss a single moment. And rest assured, if your plans change, Ticketmaster has you covered. You can securely sell your seats to other fans with just a few taps. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/caps.
Hi, this is TJ Oshie, and you're listening to Caps Radio 24/7 and the Capitals Radio Network.
Capitals are helping spread the word about Pedigree Foundation, which provides shelter grants to support dog adoption. Since 2008, they've given more than $9 million to help dogs, and you can help too. Visit dogsrulestore.com to shop great gear for dog lovers or donate at pedigreefoundation.org. 4-on-4 ends, a power play for 14 seconds here for Tampa Bay. Nothing as Brandon Hagel just out of the box will motor up the right side and lift the puck behind the Washington net. To Stamkos at the left hash, low to Hagel, and a pass up top to Sergachev, backs from rejoins, pass in front, Point with a shot and a save made. Kemper in a high danger chance for Point. Kemper able to turn it aside to the corner. Kucherov going to bank it down in along the near side. Point is there, and a puck behind the net for Jensen as he will strip it away. Braden Point come bearing down 50 goals and denying him at the rate he's been going lately. That was a terrific stop by Darcy. The Capitals only now into the offensive zone, but still can't generate much as Point coming the other way. Braden Point across center. Coming back in along the right side against Faravari. Gets pinned up at the point. Sergachev goes far side here. And back on for Point. High slot shot here. Deflected up and out of play. And another face-off coming up in front. That save Kemper made on Point. Easily his best so far here in this first period.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, he's doing his job. I mean, Point wide open like that. You know, you're 47 goal scorer. You leave him wide open in the slot. Ton of room. He doesn't take much time to get that quick release goal. He goes for the top corner, just misses it. But to me, it's they got to tighten it up here because the only way to do that, too, is to play in the offensive zone. They just haven't put enough pressure on him down low.
4 goals in 4 games, including 2 on Tuesday for Braden Point. A quick shot from Alex Killorn, high on the right side. Another stop here from Darcy Kemper. Our friends at NBC Sports Washington have the scoring chances at 6-0 Tampa Bay here to start the game.
Yeah, that's not good. I mean, that's not what you want to do. Start out, you know, okay, maybe you're trying to get your legs, but you can't give up 6 scoring opportunities in the first 9 minutes.
And they've only got 8 shots, so suffice it to say they are making the most of their opportunities as we get a whistle here with 11:17 to go in the first period. A collision between Mantha and Alex Killorn, and Mantha's going to go to the penalty box here.
Penalty number 39 has a 2-minute minor for tripping.
Tripping call on Mantha and Tampa Bay, and their bonded power play, their first chance of the night, really after just 14 seconds the last time.
Yeah, you know, you shoot yourself in the foot again. You know, you kill that. They got a good opportunity in the 14 seconds, but digging for the puck, and he hits the skates, and he goes down.
Mantha put it right into the underside of the skate and ended up pulling it down. So Tampa Bay, 5th in the NHL at 24.9%. At home, they are ungodly good. 2nd best in the league at 30.3%. The silver lining in all that is they give up a truckload of shorthanded goals. They've given up 11 this season. Here comes Braden Point. Along the right side, leaving it for Killorn. And back up top to Kucherov as they work it around. Top of the right circle, Kucherov. Stamkos, of course, in the double-barreled action on power play 1. From the left circle, Stamkos with a shot. Jensen, a good job of stepping in front of that. But Jensen is hobbled. A shot here, and they score. The shot coming in from the outside. And Kemper victimized here on the power play. It is 1-0. Tampa Bay on top.
Yeah, you look at a nice block by Jensen on that one, but the puck comes back to Killorn. He just fires that puck. I mean, right from the point, quick snapshot. Peter Laviolette not very happy about what's going on, but bottom line is they're up 1-0.
Sergachev doing a nice job of feeding Stamkos to start that play, and it's the puck came back to Stamkos. Sergachev is able to get the shot away, teeing it up with Killorn on the way, and that's where the Lightning end up scoring on the power play. Just a terrific tip by Killorn on a Sergachev point shot, and time of the goal, 9:20. So back to center very quickly on a 9-1 shot run to begin the game. Tampa Bay leading it 1-0. Final game of the month of March.
You said
Peter Laviolette.
John, you said their home power play was outstanding. You can see that. I mean, just everything's clicking for them right now on the power play.
The Lightning scored 4 times in the first period last time we were here on November 13th on their way to a 6-3 win that was not that close the last time the Caps were in town. Here it is 1-0 as we are now halfway through this first period. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare able to steal the puck and push it down now to Corey Perry behind the net. His pass, catching it on the backhand was Perbix. He catches Bellemare in the backhand, but he'll turn and fire here, and a puck deflecting off of Kemper and along the far side here for Hedman. This is a tough back-to-back situation for Darcy, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in the next stop when we can. But 9.5 to go here, and the Capitals dump it in. We got a chance now. That's going to be an icing call. Ben Raby brought it up on the Caps This Morning podcast this morning, Ken. I just want your take on this. It's one thing when you play, say, a day game like Darcy did the last time, a win over the Rangers back in February, and then played in Buffalo the next day. The travel, not too bad. You didn't face a ton of shots. The Capitals were dominant in that game against New York. But last night, he saw a lot of work. He went to a shootout, the bad travel to get to Tampa. This is a really tough situation for Darcy to be in tonight.
It sure is, and add that it's at the end of the season, too. So you've been playing all year, so you're banged up. Even goalies get banged up, and they're fatigued. So for him but he's done a great job so far. I mean, they've been all over him, and he's keeping it close.
9 saves on 10 to begin the game here. Capitals, some sloppy puck movement inside their zone, and now to center for Trevor Van Riemsdyk. And a pass picked off in front of the Tampa Bay bench. Braden Point having to take on Tom Wilson briefly. Killorn gets his 24th goal of the year. Give the assist to Sergachev on the point shot. Steven Stamkos was the one who fed the blue line. He gets the secondary helper. Time of the goal, 9:20. Ovechkin back into the Tampa Bay zone. Alex with 50 goals in his career in the regular season against Tampa Bay in 77 games. Back down the far wing. That is an all-star season for anybody, and that's against one team in his career. Back down to the blue line as Wilson shoots from the top of the right circle, deflecting off of Andrei Vasilevsky. Behind the net for the defenseman, Ian Cole. Let out to Ross Colton. Colton out to center. And stopped here by Sandin at the Washington line. He'll reverse it quickly. And ahead to Dylan Strome, who will then send this back into the near corner. Tampa doing a pretty good job of keeping it to the outside. Capitals having trouble getting to the interior as the Lightning will clear to center. With 8 minutes to go here in the first period, the shot's now at 10-3. But of those 3, no great A's for the Capitals yet. Coming back along the near board, here's a chance. Fired by Ome Kubel, deflecting off of Victor Hedman. And up and out of play with 7:51 to go here in the first period. Alex Killorn's 24th goal of the year on the second power play opportunity of the period for the Lightning. 1-0 Tampa Bay on the Capitals Radio Network, driven by Kia.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there's no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Caps fans, let the bets begin with the greatest sports book of all time, Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app today, register, deposit, and bet on your Capitals or whoever else you like right from the palm of your hand. Or get your bets down at the Sportsbook at Capital One Arena. Must be 18 or older to gamble in D.C., 21 or older in Virginia. Gambling problem? D.C., call 1-800-522-4700. Virginia, call, text, or chat 1-888-532-3500. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the Washington Capitals. Your app is ready, Emperor.
Honor, respect, trust your home to Valor.
Did you know when you buy a roof with Valor Home, you're helping to put a new roof over the heads of a veteran family in need at no cost to them? It won't cost you more, and it will more than double the impact of the money you spent upgrading your home. Purchase with a purpose at Valor Home. Call today to get 50% off all roofing materials, a free upgrade to HD architectural shingles, plus no interest financing till 2025.
833-83-VALOR.
This is John Carlson, and you're listening to Capitals Radio Network.
Capitals have now allowed the game's first goal in 8 of their last 10 games, and they, of course, gave up the first 3 against Pittsburgh on Saturday night. The first one last night against the Islanders here, a power play goal from Alex Killorn, and I would imagine now that you're 10 minutes in, hopefully you can start finding your legs a little bit more. The Caps obviously pretty tired to start things here in Tampa Bay, all over them in the offensive end.
Yeah, no, they dominated them. And, I would think, that's that storm we talk about all the time. And hopefully they can get back to their game. A couple good shifts in there in a row, hem them in the zone a little bit, and pressure Vasilevsky, get him moving side to side.
Capitals able to clear. And it's Faravari starting from behind his net, up along the right board, and now floated back and again short of the red line, and that's going to be an icing call. So another face-off in front of Darcy Kemper with 7.5 to play here in the first period. Shots listed at 10-3 in favor of the Lightning. Capitals hockey tonight brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Discover what happens when rugged capability meets true performance. Learn more at kia.com. Kia, movement that inspires.
Oh, keep an eye on Martin Faravari, too. He took a hit. There's a no hit him as he come around. He's back out there, but he was wincing on the bench for a while.
Hopefully he is all right as many minutes as he's been logging. Pass coming from Kuznetsov up the right side, but a little early in letting it go. Carlson hadn't quite arrived yet. That puck ends up coming out of the zone and an offside call. So a neutral zone draw. The execution's off a little bit, Ken. And again, when you're logging the minutes and the travel and the hours and all the Caps have done here in the last 24 hours, it's somewhat understandable. But having said that, you got to win tonight. If you want to keep the mathematical, what is very little in your favor at this point, realistically, you got to get 2 points.
Oh, yeah, it's a must-win. There's no doubt. They know that. These guys know that. They see what's going on. They talk about it in the room, and they understand that. So, I mean, the longer this game goes and Tampa's in front, the tighter the Caps even, they're going to get even more and more. So it's they got to figure out a way here to get some offense going. Get 2 or 3 good shifts in a row. Feel good about yourself.
A whistle here as the attempt on a mammoth stretch pass from really along the inboards into Tampa zone, intended for Ross Colton, who broke up the right side. But as the puck squibbed on through, it'll end up being an icing call. Capitals get an O-zone draw. They cannot win it. And now sent to center off the stick of Colton. Pursuing it is Brandon Hagel. Carlson between him and the end boards. And Carlson gets there first. Up along the right side to Oshie. And picked up by Faravari. Coming back into the zone. Picked up here off the stick of Protas. And Brandon Hagel comes back towards center ice. Protas going to pop this back into the Tampa zone. Andrei Vasilevsky's not had to work too hard here in the first 13 minutes or so. Back near side. As it is picked up now to the near board. 6.5 to go in the first period. And from the right point, Capitals send it low, but now off a deflection and off a Tampa stick. That's going to go up and out of play. 6:29 to go here in the first period. A faceoff back in front of Vasilevsky momentarily. The last time that we were here, Mikhail Sergachev on November 13th had 4 first-period points, tying an NHL record. 2 goals and a couple of assists as well. They've got a lot of offensive weapons that can hurt you on this team, and he's one of them.
Yeah, they sure do. They look at the balanced scoring they have, and they got.
And he
he's one of them.
Yeah, they sure do. You know, I mean, they look at the balanced scoring they have, and they got guys doing whatever, chipping in on the fourth line. Their fourth line's outstanding, too. They get the job done. So, to me, it's that's why you have to be ready to play these guys, because you can't spot them 2 or 3 goals.
Capitals trying to break through the middle, and a whole lot of sticks in the way. A puck that'll deflect up and go about 10 rows deep. Out underneath the broadcast booth here with 6:18 to go in the first period. When the Capitals score a goal in the last minute of any regulation period, fans get a free 6-piece chicken McNuggets with minimum $1 purchase tomorrow only on the McDonald's app. Face off one back to Chernak, and another puck that'll go up, and this time into the Tampa Bay bench. Jeff Halpern hanging out over there, and of course a one-time Washington captain, Potomac native, and what a run he's had, Ken, as an assistant coach and really the top lieutenant here for John Cooper. 3 trips to the finals, couple of rings. Jeff Halpern is certainly seems to be a guy that's waiting to be a head coach somewhere, and he's done a terrific job here in Tampa.
Yeah, he's. I'm sure he's in line if he wants it to do some interviewing, and he's learned under Cooper too, which he's an outstanding coach, great communicator. The last 10 years in a spot, you must be doing something right.
Just celebrated 10 years, John Cooper, in Central Florida, as the puck deflects toward the Washington bench with 5:50 to go here in the first period. Rasmus Sandin going cross ice, but a pass out in front of Alex Ovechkin. So the Lightning coming the other way. Chernak lobs it ahead. Got the pass through to the blue line, but the forward's unable to carry it as Killorn and Maroon both were trying. Now Ovechkin coming the other way, and a shot. Wrister coming in for the top of the left circle. Vasilevsky, really the first somewhat difficult chance he's had to face in this one. As we step aside, Tampa Bay Lightning on a goal from Alex Killorn continue to lead it here with 5:31 to go in the first. 1-0 on a Caps Radio Network driven by Kia.
If you own a small business, you've probably been hearing a lot about the ERC, how it's worth up to $26,000 per employee, how easy it is, you know the spiel. So why am I still talking to you about it now? Because many of you still haven't filed a claim, but Innovation Refunds can help you close the book on this thing. They're backed by one of those big CPA firms the corporations use, so they can determine once and for all if your business qualifies. And it's free to find out. Go to innovationrefunds.com. That's innovationrefunds.com.
Ask Sherwin-Williams during the spring sale, March 24th through April 3rd, and get 35% off paints and stains with prices starting at $28.92. That means 35% off our most popular color family, blue. Psychologists have found it to be soothing and relaxing, which makes it especially great for bedrooms and bathrooms. And of course, 35% off all of our other colors. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
For your first period scoreboard, here's Ben Raby.
11 games, busy Thursday around the NHL. Among those we're keeping tabs on in Pittsburgh, the Penguins taking on the Predators. They are scoreless late in the first period. Penguins clinging on to that second wild card spot. A point clear of the Florida Panthers. Panthers in Montreal tonight. Panthers and Canadians tied at 1. Late first period in that one. And the Devils up early 2-0 over the New York Rangers. A potential playoff preview 2-3 matchup as it stands now in the Metropolitan Division. Eric Timo Meyer, the goal scorers for the Devils. Vitek Vanacek in goal, seeking his 30th win of the season for New Jersey. John?
All right, thanks, man. Here in Tampa, 1-0. The Lightning on top. The third and final meeting of the season. Capitals won in D.C. 5-1 on November 11th. Kemper won that over Vasilevsky as the Capitals pressure here off Vasilevsky. Back in now behind the net. A clear up the middle off the stick of Corey Perry. And the Capitals on the Nick Dowd line able to keep some pressure on here. Connor Sherry's got 3 goals in his last 4 out to the blue line. And a shot from Alexeyev that'll go wide off to the corner for Hedman. The first time the Capitals really have established some good offensive presence in the Tampa Bay zone tonight. Lightning finally cleared here, but maybe something to build on there.
Yeah, good forecheck. You know, the checking line goes out there, just works hard. Forechecks. I mean, they're like every other team. They struggle below the hash marks. I mean, make it happen. Get it in there and just outwork them, outbattle them.
Darren Radish comes up along the near board, pulls up number 43. And not taking a little bit of time here. Now back down along the left side. A pass that will get through the Washington blue line. And the Capitals looking to connect. Mantha lost track of it. Or Sandin, rather, excuse me. 38 going back for the puck and now leading for Alexei Protas. Now down to center. Protas on the dump in. Oshie coming in. Landed a big hit on Sergachev on the end boards. Sergachev still had to go pick up his stick. Capitals again. Forecheck pressure here, low of the goal line. Good to see. It's a puck down to the right-hand side. A shot forced through, blocked as it came in on the far wing. Now, Braden Point is going to take it along the left post. Double back in behind the net. Chip it ahead to Kucherov. A breakout, but now Kucherov turned the puck over to Protas. Capitals still on the attack here. Protas lifting it toward the front. So the goal and right through the top of the goal crease. Carried out now by Sergachev. Little sloppy play there by Kucherov. But now he'll get moving for Tampa Bay with 3.5 to go here in the first period. Blue line and a shot from Ian Cole. And a little bit of touch in there from Stamkos on Kemper this time. Kemper, bit of an ornery mood for Darcy tonight. Making a little more contact with Stamkos too. We saw him go after as the puck comes back for Faravari into the offensive zone. Saw that goaltending interference penalty on Brandon Hagel. Now we see a little workmanship from Kemper. Coming in from Stamkos. Coming near side for Ovechkin. Center pass here and a chance for the right circle. The shot from Carlson. A great save by Vasilevsky. That's the best he's had to make here in this period. The Caps slowly but surely getting their legs under him here. Nick Paul going cross ice and now in tight against Kemper. Looking to dance his way to the side of the goal crease, but never did get a shot on net. Capitals clear now to the Tampa Bay line.
Yeah, much better for the Caps. Getting opportunities, making Vasilevsky move a little bit here. What a great stop that was. But, you got to feel good now. Okay, that 10 minutes or so, not very good. Now you pick the game up and pretty even since then.
Mantha coming down the middle. And in between, Perbix and Hedman unable to get a shot away. The puck continued on without him and was slapped aside by Vasilevsky. The Lightning with a clear to center. Alex Alexeyev will move it in along the left-hand side at a 2:10 to go here in the first period of a 1-0 game. Power play goal for Alex Killorn at the 9:20 mark. The only goal that we've seen so far. Back now to the 30th anniversary logo here at center ice for Tampa Bay. Back in along the left side. Maroon around to Killorn, back into the near corner. Feeding the trapezoid. And Maroon going to give it back. Killorn up top to Hedman. Big defender coming in along the right side. Hedman gets a step on Craig Smith. And then got it picked away along the end boards by Anthony Mantha. Cleared out now to center. And that's as far as it goes. Radish back in for Cirelli. Cutting to the middle now for Killorn. Stick handling around Mantha. Feeding it to the front. And a whack at it by Maroon. He can't get it to go. Capitals will clear it away. But again, Tampa Bay showing they can get to the interior and right in front of Kemper pretty much whenever they want to here in this first period. Minute 20 left. Face-off coming up in front of Darcy.
Well, the Caps having trouble boxing out in the defensive zone. Tampa having their way, as you said, John, to the interior. You got to get position. When you're chasing the game like that, it's tough to get you in position to box a guy out. So once he gets position on you, the new rules, you're not moving him very much. Not too many guys in this league. So Caps realize that. They got to front that puck, make sure it stays out.
Stamkos to take the face-off here. Flanked by Kucherov and Point. One back to Alexeyev. His clear attempt denied. And staying in for Kucherov along the right wing. Back now to center. And Kucherov in the center of the ice with 1:05 to go here in the first period. Carried in right side. Darren Radish. Going to send it back in along the far board into the final minute now of the first period here at Amalie Arena in Tampa. Sandin will send it back in now behind the Tampa Bay goal. Vasilevsky sticking it off into the corner, leading it out now to center. Top line gets a lot of ice for John Cooper's team. They're on again here, but down on the takeaway as his line defending going cross ice. The shot attempt here on Vasilevsky and a save made. Rebound in front, let go and fired away here in on Vasilevsky by Kuznetsov. Back on now to center and picked up at center ice. Strong move as the puck carried back in by Kucherov with 20 seconds to go here in the first period. Tampa Bay bringing it back near side. Kucherov Again into the offensive zone. Some room at the right point. Lining it up. Chernak with a shot. Rebound in front. Whacked at by Kemper. And another chance for Ian Cole. And a save made and a beauty. Darcy Kemper on the third attempt for Tampa Bay. Cole denied along the right post with 3.6 seconds to go.
Yeah, Darcy Kemper doing his job, that's for sure. A little scrambly in front. Guys got to pick up your man. Again, no problem. Two guys on the interior for the Tampa Bay Lightning and getting opportunities. Janot gets that first one. Got to clear him out of there. Then turn around and take the sticks away from anybody else that's in front of the net.
It was probably the fourth opportunity because you mentioned Janot. He was there, braided point. And then Ian Cole, the fourth chance on that sequence to try and score for Tampa Bay. But he wasn't able to. Now they're going to put a little bit of time back on the clock. Rewind it back to 4.9 to go here in the first period. Belmar will slide in for the faceoff and looks to get one final shot before the horn. Wanted to Stamkos, and he scores. Steven Stamkos with 2.8 seconds to go here in the period has made it 2-0 Tampa Bay.
That's how important faceoffs are. They win it cleanly. Stamkos gets it right back, and they were worried about the guy on the far side. The Caps were, but Stamkos right in the high slot, lets it rip. It just beats Kemper.
That was a planned play and well executed by John Cooper, putting out Belmar for the final faceoff of the period. He's Tampa Bay's best faceoff guy. He would not normally be out there with Stamkos, but he was there. They wanted to try and get Stamkos the last shot before the period ended. It turns into his 32nd goal of the year, and that's the end of the first period. Hey, we saw a lot of progress, Canada, last maybe 7 or 8 minutes, where the Dowd line especially getting into the forecheck, establishing a little bit more. I think they've been pretty effective throughout, but really in the last 7 or 8 minutes. But that's a bit of a dagger at the end of the period. Capitals down by 2.
Yeah, that always hurts. You give up a goal in the last minute, especially last second like that. You know, you fight back and you're only 1 goal down. You got your legs under you, and you lose a draw, and just you let a guy sniper like that have a shot. We've seen it so many times with the Caps, with Ovechkin doing the exact same thing to other teams. Now they've dug themselves a hole. They got to start to chip away.
Stamkos, goal number 32 on the year from Pierre-Edouard Belmar. Time of the goal, 1957. At the end of one period, 2-0 Tampa Bay. First intermission activities with Ben Raby in the DC studios next on the Capitals Radio Network, driven by Kia. Caps fans, let the bets begin with the greatest sports book of all time, Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app today, register, deposit, and bet on your Capitals or whoever else you like right from the palm of your hand. Or get your bets down at the Sportsbook at Capital One Arena. Must be 18 or older to gamble in D.C., 21 or older in Virginia. Gambling problem? D.C., call 1-800-522-4700. Virginia, call, text, or chat 1-888-532-3500. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the Washington Capitals. Your app is ready, Emperor.
Coming to Capital One Arena on game day, the best option for Caps fans is the Kimpton Hotel Monaco, located just a 3-minute walk from the arena. The award-winning hotel offers special discounts for Capital One Arena ticket holders on their website. Hotel Monaco has all your game day needs like spacious rooms, valet parking, and an on-site restaurant and bar that's perfect for pre-game dinner and open late for post-game drinks. Again, visit monaco-dc.com and click on the offers page to see the exclusive rate for Caps fans.
Energy Transfer is proud to support the Washington Capitals. We're excited to join Caps fans across the country in cheering them on this season. As a company, we believe in giving back to communities across the country by giving millions of dollars annually to national and local organizations serving our military, first responders, at-risk youth, disaster relief programs, environmental conservation efforts, and cancer research. On behalf of the Energy Transfer family, let's go Caps.
This winter, enjoy more of Ocean City for a little less. Enjoy seaside escapes and coastal cuisine. Enjoy small crowds and big fun. Enjoy rising with the tide and leave all worries behind. Find your reason to smile all winter long in Ocean City, Maryland.
Attention, veteran plumbers and career-minded young adults. The plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. want you.
If you're looking to be trained by the industry's very best and for the most competitive benefits package, retirement plan, and hourly wages, look no further than Local 5. Whether you're a veteran plumber or a young adult starting a career, you can change your future for the better. Contact Local 5 today at local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
It's time to take a new look at cybersecurity. A living security system from Trellix makes threats not just a cause for concern, but an opportunity to better your business and face your future with confidence. Threats are evolving, and so can you. Incidents are on the rise. Make sure your business can rise above them. Trellix, we bring security to life.
With our newest unlimited plan, everyone's welcome. Introducing Welcome Unlimited from Verizon for just $30 a line per month for 4 lines with autopay plus taxes and fees. Our best priced unlimited plan ever.
Did he say $30?
Yep, $30 a line for the whole family. The network you want, the price you love. Switch to Verizon today. Paper-free billing required. Unlimited 5G nationwide 4G LTE. In times of congestion, your data may be temporarily slower than other traffic. All smartphone lines on the account must be on Welcome Unlimited and are eligible only for select promotions. Includes domestic talk, text, and data usage only. Data roaming at 2G speeds.
All right, welcome back inside the DC studios. First intermission festivities, Capitals in Tampa Bay, where the Lightning have a 2-0 lead through 20 minutes of play. Alex Killorn on the power play midway through the first period. Then a tough one from a Capitals perspective with 2 seconds and change remaining in the first period. Right off an offensive zone faceoff, Steven Stamkos able to blast home his 32nd goal of the year. So goals from Killorn and Stamkos giving the Lightning a 2-0 lead over the Capitals. And that remains the score through 20 minutes of play at Amalie Arena in Tampa. As we welcome you back inside the DC studios, Ben Raby back with you, Mike Callow alongside for the first intermission, second half of back-to-backs for the Capitals as they look to bounce back from last night's shootout loss to the New York Islanders. Capitals looking to keep those slim playoff hopes alive as they began the night 5 points behind the Pittsburgh Penguins for the second wild card spot in the Eastern Conference. Meanwhile, earlier this week, a familiar face stopped by the MedStar Capitals Iceplex. Longtime Capitals beat reporter Brian McNally. He used to hang around the practice facility all the time. These days, not so much. He has a corner office, the director of content for NBC Sports Washington, but he stumbled upon the practice facility the other day, gave us a good excuse to catch up with one of our good friends in the business, Brian McNally, looking back on his 10 years plus on the Capitals beat for a variety of outlets. He was on the pulse early on in the Ovechkin era and all the way through the Stanley Cup run in 2018. A portion of our chat, as heard on the Caps This Morning podcast with Brian McNally.
Yeah, that's the cool part, Ben, is to have seen it kind of from the beginning, just remembering the crowds. You know how, I mean, like the early OV crowds were just catching on, right? Even when he was dropping 60 goals, it took that playoff year with Bruce, that first season, to kind of really get the entire town behind the team. And to see that, and then the direct line to the cup, it took a lot of ups and downs and highs and lows to get there. God knows I was in enough rough locker rooms at end of seasons to last a lifetime, but that's the stuff you remember, man. Like when you cover a team day to day, you're at practices, maybe you make some trips with the team on the road, all that kind of stuff, and then it all crystallizes down into that 1 or 2 or 3 Stanley Cup playoff series, and then it ends short of where they want. It's an incredible thing to cover and to see the reactions and how people deal with that adversity. That's the stuff I kind of miss. I miss that kind of day-to-day chronicling of those teams and getting to know those players as people and telling their stories and that kind of stuff. That was the fun part for me. It always was.
I remember years ago we did a podcast together at NBC Sports Washington, a decade in review. I think we rambled on for a really long time. There's a lot to cover,
as always.
But we referenced it was the good old days, and you got to cover this team during what years and decades from now. Folks will look back and say those were the good old days. You don't always realize it when you're in them, but that's what it was.
Yeah, I mean, Ben, you know this, like we get visiting writers come into town and you get to chat with them. The Montreal writers always fascinated me, right? Because they were usually an older crew, and they had seen so many like incredible hockey moments in these incredible teams. And you kind of look back on it, and you know, obviously the Caps didn't win 4 cups in 5 years or anything like that. That's a thing that very, very rarely happens. But it was a glory era. It was an era that fans will be telling their kids about, like, oh, I remember when Mike Green did this, and you know, Ovi did that, and the Ovechkin game, and just think about all the different playoff series with the Rangers and the Penguins and Kuzi's goal and all that kind of good stuff. Like, you know, it's 10, 11 years, but it all kind of at the time felt like one big long journey. It's an amazing thing to have kind of seen it from start to finish pretty much, and not really finished because Ovi's still going at this point. So 42 goals as we talk. I mean, we've seen him do more incredible things than even that. So wouldn't put it past him if he added one more 50 to the ledger.
Final couple, we'll put the spotlight on Ovechkin here. You referenced 42 goals, so 8 away from 50 this season, 73 away from passing Wayne Gretzky for number 1 all time. I don't know if you could think back to where you realized realistically, hey, he's got a shot, and number 99 is in fact a realistic possibility. But having seen him so often early on in his career, what do you make of the fact that he's still doing this at age 37 in his 18th campaign?
Oh, I mean, absurd that you could still play at that level and be so good at that skill, so good at putting the puck in the net, that you're still doing it as you close in on 40. I mean, you know, I think, Ben, I saw did Pasternak get his first 50 goal season, right? That's a huge deal, right? That guy's an awesome player.
By the way, first for the Bruins in almost 30 years, since 1994. But that tells you as well that these things, they don't grow on trees, 50 goal scorers.
It's not like the Bruins have had bad teams, right? Like, yeah, that tells you more, I think, more than anything. Like, this guy has been able to do that consistently for almost his entire career. And there were lockouts in there. There were other seasons cut, you know, short. Even then, one of the shortened seasons, he still had 32 goals, right?
Yeah, he had 32 and 48.
Would have been another 50-goal season. So
the COVID year, he had 49 or 48, and the season was put on pause after 69 games.
Yeah, I mean, that's the stuff. I mean, I guess it doesn't surprise you at this point. You know, this is just what he does. They know what he's going to do. He knows they know what he's going to do.
When did you think 99 was?
Probably 500, right? Because was that 2016? I think at that point you looked at his age and were like, he's going to have to stay healthy, but if he does, he should be there. He should be on the way to it. And now we're here. I'm kind of like the journey from there to here. The cup happened in the middle. Like, a lot has gone on. But yeah, to me, that once he hit 500 midway through that 15-16 season, I guess, like, then you kind of said, game on here. I think he's going to get it. But to do this over the length of time he's done it is what makes it stand out and so incredible.
All right, we'll leave you with this, bringing it full circle. We introduced you here as the director of content with NBC Sports Washington, Monumental Sports Network in the mix as well. Ovechkin chasing Gretzky. That's content right there. The next 2 years, this thing writes itself, right? You get fancy graphics, you get interviews, you get articles, you get videos. Can't ask for much more as a director of content here.
We shouldn't be hurting for it, Ben, at all. We're going to we're the network, you know, obviously a lot of changes upcoming to it. We're excited to be part of the Monumental family here officially as of, you know, September. So, you know, this year we were continuing on with what we did, but there's going to be a lot of exciting changes, I think, coming up here in the future that line up perfectly with following a guy who's going to set one of the greatest records in sports history. So we're going to be happy to be along for the journey and take our fans along with us.
There he is. We appreciate the perspective. Longtime Capitals beat reporter Brian McNally, now the director of content at NBC Sports Washington. Caught up with him earlier this week at the MedStar Capitals Iceplex, as heard on the Caps This Morning podcast. Capitals tonight with some work to do. They trail the Lightning 2-0 after 1. Back in a moment with a look at the out-of-town scoreboard on the Capitals Radio Network, driven by Kia.
Honor, respect, Trust your home to Valor.
Did you know when you buy a roof with Valor Home, you're helping to put a new roof over the heads of a veteran family in need at no cost to them? It won't cost you more, and it will more than double the impact of the money you spent upgrading your home. Purchase with a purpose at Valor Home. Call today to get 50% off all roofing materials, a free upgrade to HD architectural shingles, plus no interest financing till 2025.
833-83-VALOR.
Power up the caps with Power Up Premium Trail Mix, made with delicious ingredients you can see and pronounce. Power Up carefully crafts each mix using high-quality nuts, fruits, and seeds, but it's not your ordinary trail mix because they're using ingredients like walnuts, papayas, mangoes, and the finest dark chocolate for a mix that fits any snacking occasion. So grab a bag of fresh-tasting Power Up Premium Trail Mix today for an uncomplicated, uncompromising treat. Available locally at any Giant or Wawa store.
At CDW, we get your employees need their data to go where they go.
That's why we started tattooing company data right on them.
Ow!
Now they have permanent access.
Ouch. Well, at CDW, we can transform your data center painlessly, on-prem and in the cloud, with a Dell technology solution so your data isn't just available, it's powerful.
Whew. I was about to get these Q4 financials tattooed on my neck.
Close call. For technology that moves you forward, trust Dell Technologies and IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Learn more at cdw.com/DellTech. What does it take to win? Hard work, teamwork, and trust. At MedStar Health, we're proud the Capitals choose us for their medical care. For generations, the DMV has trusted MedStar Health. We provide the same quality care to the Caps and their fans. Because every big win is built on trust. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
Let's pause 10-second station ID on the Capitals Radio Network, driven by Kia.
You're listening to Washington Capitals Hockey on WFED Washington, WTOP FM HD2 Washington, W283 DG Sterling, WTLP FM HD2 Braddock Heights Frederick.
Tampa Bay Lightning leading the Capitals 2-0 after one. Alex Killorn on the power play, his 24th of the season. And then at 19:57 of the first, Steven Stamkos blasting his 32nd of the year right off an offensive zone face-off win from Tampa Bay's Pierre-Edouard Bellemare. Meanwhile, out-of-town scoreboard, busy night within the Eastern Conference. Pittsburgh Penguins taking on the Nashville Predators. They are scoreless early in the second. Pittsburgh in the second wild card spot in the East, 1 point clear of the Florida Panthers. Panthers in Montreal, and at the Bell Center, the Panthers and Canadiens tied at one early second period. Alex Lyons starting in goal for Florida for the second straight night. Elsewhere, the Boston Bruins, a win away from officially clinching the President's Trophy and the NHL's top overall record. They trailed the Columbus Blue Jackets 1-0 early second period at TD Garden, and a big one in Newark tonight at the Prudential Center. New Jersey Devils off and running. They lead the New York Rangers 2-0 early second period. In that one, Eric Haula, Timo Meier, the goal scorers for the Devils. New Jersey entered play 2 points clear of the Rangers for second place in the Metropolitan Division. Lightning leading the Capitals 2-0 after one. John and Ken with the call. The second period up next on the Capitals Radio Network, driven by Kia.
Ideation through innovation and integration. That's not hockey coaches speak, but the way we work at Epic Concepts. At Epic Concepts, we provide IT solutions of the highest caliber. We'll work with you from the start to understand your requirements and work continuously until you are thrilled with the result. Epic Concepts provides the ability to create integrated turnkey IT solutions for simplifying everything from acquisition to deployment. Epic Concepts is a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business. Find out more at Epic. That's EPOCH Concepts.com. If you believe every dog deserves a loving home, you're in good company. Pedigree Foundation has given over $9 million to help dogs since 2008. Last year alone, they awarded $1 million in shelter and rescue grants. They're hoping to do even more this year, but they need your help to do it. You can donate at pedigreefoundation.org or shop at dogsrulestore.com for t-shirts, hats, and other merch that celebrates our furry friends. All proceeds support the foundation's work to end pet homelessness. Every dog deserves a loving home. You can help make that happen when you adopt, volunteer, or donate. On behalf of the Capitals and Pedigree Foundation, thank you for your support.
It's always the right time deal. Hey, want to go to Mickey D's for lunch?
Ooh, let's go now.
But it's not lunchtime yet.
If we're going to McDonald's, it's always the right time.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that.
There's a deal for every lunch hour at McDonald's.
And there's a classic for every craving. Mix and match 2 for just $3.50, like a McChicken, a McDouble, or a hot and spicy McChicken. Price and participation may vary. Single item at regular price. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
The last thing you need to deal with in your home are uninvited pests. Call Pest Management Services, Inc., the official pest control company of the Capital One Arena, to take care of any of your pest issues. This family-owned and operated company is always defending stadiums, arenas, and homes from pests that include spiders, ants, mosquitoes, bed bugs, termites, rodents, mold, and our COVID disinfectant spray. While the Caps rock the red, let us stop pests dead. Call us today at 703-723-2899 for a free inspection, or visit our website at mypmsi.com.
You know you make me break.
Second period, Emily Arena, Tampa, Florida. John and Ken with you, 2-0. The Lightning with the lead, and a tough goal to get up, Ken, at 19:57. Steven Stamkos from Pierre-Edouard Bellemare. Bellemare, their big faceoff guy, at 54% on the season. It hits pay dirt, and here we are at the start of the second period. Capitals with a hole to try and get out of.
Yeah, no, it's a hole. Obviously, you're tired. Let's see if they got the legs in them. See if they can get a little better start to the second period than you had in the first period.
Shots in the first ended up a little more even than it looked like it was going to be, as Connor Sherry gets a shot away, and Vasilevsky had trouble coming up with a rebound. Nick Dowd was in the vicinity and was trying to get a piece of it too. 30 seconds gone by here in the second period. I don't think there's a lot of question. The Dowd line has been watching its best here. We get a penalty coming up here. We got a tripping call on Tampa Bay. Sergachev is going to go to the box for sending Dowd sprawling, so the Caps try to take advantage of a power play chance.
Yeah, no, again, just as you said, that's been the best line. They draw a penalty and get this within one goal. Nice start right off the bat for the Caps. Power play. Got to make them pay for it.
Going to be Darren Radish heading to the box for the trip on Dowd right in front. So the Capitals 0 for 1. They didn't get a shot away, but they barely had any time to get one away before a penalty called on Nick Backstrom ended up sending it into an extended 4-on-4. The Lightning will clear, and Carlson will get moving now for Washington. Drop back to the forwards. Coming through center. Pass right side to Strome, but we'll dump it back inside Tampa territory. Wilson along the end boards comes near corner to Strome. Up top to Carlson. Now cross ice to Ovechkin. Returned along the right side here, and a shot in front for Wilson on a great feed from down low along the end boards. Wilson cranks up the one-timer. Good stop there from Vasilevsky as the Lightning will clear.
Tom Wilson getting number one power play unit in that bumper position. Usually we've seen TJ Oshie, but he's getting a look right now.
Puck sent back and out of the right corner. Picked up by Strome, bottom of the circle. Feeding Carlson into the high slot. And returning now to the right circle. Strome in front. Wilson gives it back to him. And now Carlson, a little slow in the delivery to Ovechkin. Not much he could do with it, trying to pull it out of his skates. And the battle will move in behind the Tampa net. 18:20 to go here in the second period. Capitals on a power play for another 45 seconds. Behind the net now to Strome right side. Shadowed by Bellemare. And now Strome returning, looking for the back door, and Backstrom was there, just couldn't quite get it to him. And as the puck ricochets to the corner, the clear from the Tampa Bay penalty kill units.
That's the right play, the right look. I mean, perfect play, perfect pass, and this Backstrom just couldn't handle it. But that's a tap-in back door on Vasilevsky, even on him.
Coming back now through is Kuznetsov. Nice centering try to Oshie, who is on the second unit for this one tonight. Cleared away from behind the net by Tampa Bay. And Kemper out to leave it for Rasmus Sandin. Sandin down to 5 to go on the power play. Sandin failing on the pass, but it's picked up by Kuznetsov at center anyway. Carried in what is now at 5-on-5. Nick Paul along the boards, former Ottawa Senator, number 20 for Ottawa, or for Tampa Bay rather, coming back to center off the stick of Brandon Hagel, number 38 for the Lightning. Back in along the right wing and pulling up toward the blue line. Coming across now to Ross Colton. Colton's pass attempt off the skate of Craig Smith. The deflection back to neutral. The Lightning will change on the fly. We've played 3 minutes of this second period. Tampa Bay 2 and Washington nothing. Capitals going to have just 6 games to go in the regular season. Only 2 road games left after this as Protas takes back in and fires just wide off of Vasilevsky. The puck now along the near board and going far side as the Lightning hemmed in their own end. Chernak. Pass ahead to Tanner Janelle, who will get a step on Faravari. Tried to center toward Colton, but not real close to connecting with him. Colton able to dig it out of the corner. And now Janelle along the right side, low to Colton behind the net. Ross Colton backhanded it out to Cole, and a shot for the left point that's knocked away. Back towards center, down, cannot clear. Here comes Belmar on a cross, and a shot here on Kemper, and he is able to keep the rebound underneath him as Belmar starts the play. Bottom 6 here for Tampa Bay with Ross Colton, a great opportunity, and Kemper slams the door.
Well, again, we talked about earlier in the first, those clears, giveaways through the neutral zone, not getting the puck out of your zone, and they come back. Their transition game is really good. They come back, get a great scoring chance, and Darcy Kemper shuts the door, but you got to clean that up against a team like Tampa, especially when you're down by 2.
Belmar on the draw. Cannot win this. The Capitals come left to right out of the zone to neutral. Strome ahead to Carlson as he broke through the right circle. And a shot that deflects off of Vasilevsky and out of play. But Carlson, I continue to be amazed, Ken, at what he's been able to do. You missed 3 months with a skull fracture, and he's come back with good wheels. He is certainly doesn't look like a guy that's been out of the lineup for 3 months.
No, not at all. I mean, his legs are rested, that's for sure. He's got a lot of juice left, and it's really good that he came back, and obviously he's got himself in pretty good shape, too. He kept himself in pretty good shape to come right back in and produce right off the bat. Play a ton of minutes, too. That's not easy to do.
Anthony Cirelli on the faceoff. Can't win it cleanly, but does come away with a puck. Cirelli now to center. Third line center, 11 goals on a year. Brings it across and looking for Pat Maroon. Maroon stick handling. Got it low here to Killorn. Just enough of a poke check from Carlson to keep a shot from being fired. Washington now to center. And it's Carlson on the dump in. Back in behind the Tampa net. Ian Cole up along the far wing. And to center now, near side Cirelli. It's a step into the zone, but they'll blow the play dead for an offside. Back at the blue line with 15:24 to go in the second period. Martin's is the official potato roll at Capital One Arena. Learn about their sweet new products at potatorolls.com.
Now for the Caps again, another giveaway in their own zone, so they're going to clean this up. I mean, it's hard enough to get offense against a good hockey club, but you're not coming out with the clean passes and getting to your forwards, getting some speed through the neutral zone, makes it tough.
Lightning, a third-place team in the Atlantic. They are not what they have been, but I don't think anybody wants to see them in the first round, probably least of all Toronto. That's a tough draw. It's certainly going to be a very interesting first-round matchup. That's already locked in. Those two are going to face off with one another. Alexei Protas to center ice here. Backstrom trying to help it across to Wilson. That'll short-circuit just short of the blue line. Capitals back up to reload. It's Rasmus Sandin now. Up along left side, Backstrom running into the linesman and was sent sprawling. The puck the other way for Tampa Bay here. The lead is to Sergachev coming down the middle. The pass to the side of the net here for Point. He can't get the shot away as Backstrom will rejoin. And at 5-on-5, the puck coming back towards center. In now is Alexei Protas. And a puck that is brought back into the zone along the near side. TJ Oshie is out of this one with an upper body injury and will not return tonight. Caps PR letting us know. We appreciate that as the puck comes to center and dropped in wide of Vasilevsky. And a whistle and a stop here with 14:17 to go in the second period. So, Ken, we were wondering why we saw Wilson in the bumper position on power play 1. We now know why, as Oshie fell with an upper body injury. We did not see exactly what occurred, but we do know that he's not going to be back tonight. That's not good news.
No, that's not good news. This is a shame, too. You know, he's playing some good hockey, and he just, unfortunately, TJ just can't keep himself healthy. And hopefully it's precautionary, nothing major. They just send him out, there's no sense carrying it more. But they could use him in a game like this, especially when you're down by 2.
Quick shot off the draw here from Belmar. And a little bit of an altercation at the front of the net as John Carlson a little bit incensed. Kuznetsov and Belmar peel off. And Tom Wilson having a word or two with a couple of different guys. All of this with 14-11 to go here in the second period. A 2-0 Tampa Bay lead. And got another look to see what might have occurred here because Janot, I guess, was kind of creeping in a little bit again on Kemper in the goal crease. And I think Kemper's had about enough of people coming in on him tonight. That's about the third time that he's had some business there. Carlson coming to his rescue, and that's where the wrestling started.
Yeah, I think Janot just trying to stir something up here. That's the way he plays the game, and Carlson just give him a little shot, and that's about it. But Darcy, for a guy who's got a lot of bodies in front of him, he's keeping his composure.
Capitals off the draw in their zone. A shot 16-11 Tampa Bay. 6 minutes gone by here in the second period. TJ Oshie done for the night with an upper body injury as the Lightning break to center. Victor Hedman got across the Washington line but goes no further. The Capitals intercept and clear. Dowd at his line again. Good pressure here into the offensive zone. Now holding on to his man on the far side of Nick Perbix. And now a little bit of Tampa Bay pressure with Corey Perry. The drop pass to Belmar. Stick handles down low and a chance for Perry and trying to turn back the clock a little bit. A fourth liner now with Tampa Bay, but nifty footwork to get down to the right post and nearly poke that in past Darcy Kemper.
Yeah, he's the fourth liner, but he still has some good hands. He still gets things done. I mean, he's willing to play that role on a good hockey team just to win.
He was a Stanley Cup winner in 2007 as the puck covered up here by Vasilevsky and a stop with 13:08 to go. That was a long time ago, but he is still in the NHL and still making an impact in this for the Tampa Bay Lightning. We step away with 13:08 to go in the second. 2-0 Lightning on the Caps Radio Network, driven by Kia.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need. So you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely.
With Metro's $2 fares, you can say goodbye to high gas prices. Peace out to parking fees. Sayonara to crazy surge pricing. And say hello to savings. Metro's $2 fares start on weeknights after 9:30 and all weekend long. Ride, save, explore. Metro.
With our newest unlimited plan, everyone's welcome. Introducing Welcome Unlimited from Verizon for just $30 a line per month for 4 lines with autopay plus taxes and fees. Our best priced unlimited plan ever.
Did he say $30?
Yep, $30 a line for the whole family. The network you want, the price you love. Switch to Verizon today. Paper-free billing required. Unlimited 5G nationwide 4G LTE. In times of congestion, your data may be temporarily slower than other traffic. All smartphone lines on the account must be on Welcome Unlimited and are eligible only for select promotions. Includes domestic talk, text, and data usage only. Data roaming at 2G speeds.
Hi, this is Tom Wilson, and you're listening to Caps Radio 24/7 and the Capitals Radio Network.
Still 2-0 Tampa Bay. Power play goal from Alex Killorn midway through the first. Stamkos inside of 3 seconds to go before first intermission, and a face-off upcoming here with the Lightning trying to build on that 2-goal advantage. It's going to be to the right of Vasilevsky here. Strome with Wilson to his right, Ovechkin to his left. Karavari and Carlson on defense as a puck now for Brandon Hagel off the face-off win. And And circling back into his zone, dropping it off for Ian Cole. Cole taking a big hit from Alex Ovechkin. We've seen Alex do that a couple of times in the last 24 hours. Not quite as violent as the one on Adam Pelech last night, but still throwing his weight around as a puck to center. Ross Colton with room. In left side, drops back to Nick Paul. To the top of the left circle, and back down into the corner. Picked up now and sent on to the middle. Cole to center ice toward Brandon Hagel. And now as Hagel will step in along the right board, it is carried in here by Colton. Nick Paul, right side, and a shot here off of Kemper. That'll deflect in behind the net. And now as the puck carried on to center ice with 12:13 to go in the second period. So 2-0 Lightning. Nick Paul, near side, and a brief tangle at the right point with Jensen. Capitals trying to get a little more ozone pressure. It has been tough to come by here in the first 8 minutes. Saw some of that progress on the forecheck in the last 7 or 8 of the first period, most notably from the down line. But not a whole lot so far here in period 2. Right side for Sherry. Into the right wing corner, and now down to Backstrom. Centering attempt, blocked down by Sergachev. Get on now to center. Stamkos toward Nick Paul. And as Stamkos will join the rush, get in across the Capitals line, but the Caps defend, pinching him to the outside. And now Mantha on the move right wing into the Lightning zone, and a shot off the heel of his stick, but still managed to get something on it. Going wide and off into the corner. Van Riemsdyk knuckling one toward the front of the net. Batted away by Vasilevsky. And now the scrummage in behind the net. Centering attempt. Skated away now by Braden Point. He's got wheels and he's moving across the Washington line. Good poke check there as Van Riemsdyk and Alexeyev doing a good job with that tandem, that trio on the ice for Tampa Bay, keeping the play in front of them. Always important, as you know all too well, Ken. You got to keep those guys in front of you. They did there.
Yeah, you know, it's okay to poke check, but make sure you have the body covered just in case he curls and drags that. But, yeah, no, nice job closing the gaps a little bit as much as possible to let them get over the line and let them button hook and set up their plays.
Here comes Point ahead to Perbix with 10:30 to go here in the second period. And Kuznetsov going to put it through. Ovechkin along the left side. A race for the puck back and behind the Tampa Bay net. With 10:20 to go, second period. Glad you're with us tonight. As the Capitals getting down to the final days of the regular season in desperate need of points. And right now trailing 2-0 as the puck back toward Alex Ovechkin. Suave Cubel at center ice. Back on a cross for Cirelli. Putting it up on the tee for Ian Cole. Glides into the zone left wing. From a sharp angle, tried to center. And coming across now to Maroon. Blue line to Chernak. Sidestepping Ovechkin. Coming down the middle. And trying to get the shot away. Good back check there from Nick Dowd. Able to take that puck away. Carlson with a lead pass ahead. Intended for Ovechkin. It eventually got there off a Tampa Bay stick, but the Lightning able to regroup.
Just Caps a little bit slow coming through there, not moving that puck quick enough, not letting the puck do all the work for them. You know, and they work to get the puck back, and then it's just a one and done, get out of the zone.
Cirelli trying to stick handle his way down the middle, only to be denied by the Caps defense. Alexei Protas now getting more opportunity in these closing days and weeks of the regular season, sending it down into the corner. Big guy's skating has certainly improved this season, and I dare say even down the stretch here, maybe even another half step forward for number 59.
Yeah, he's been good lately. Last few games, you can see he's skating, moving in there, getting involved in the forecheck. He's so big, and the reach is his span. It makes it tough for a defenseman to make a pass. I mean, he's right on you quick.
Back towards center and along the right board, Backstrom into the right hash mark, taken away. And now for Mantha back into the Tampa Bay zone. The lead is for Jensen. And now the pass ahead of the right wing. Wilson hits a step on Sergachev. As Radish from his own zone quickly ahead to Tanner Janot. Crossing over the Washington line. Dumps it back in behind the net. Caps out hitting him 26-15 up to the minute here And now firing and shooting it off the side of the net was Victor Hedman, just tickling the twine and sending it along the board. That nearly snuck in along the near post. Back in now to the near board. Hedman off his back foot, puts it off Wilson, but the Caps again hemmed to their own end here with under 8 minutes to play here in the second period. A puck turned over, picked up now by Tampa Bay. Center to Paul, right off of his stick from the right corner. Back up top, Hedman with a big drive, and Kemper watching that. Sail just wide, and now the Caps watch the ricochet come to center. Hedman ahead now to Paul. All we can do is change the direction at the Caps blue line. Comes down low where Kemper will play it. In behind the net, the Capitals cannot get it out. Ross Colton moved in between the dots, only to lose the puck to Dylan Strome. The Capitals, for portions of this game, a tough time in their own zone. Now they break out. Strome gets a shot here right into the Tampa Bay logo on the sweater of Andrei Vasilevsky. The game remains 2-0 in favor of the Tampa Bay Lightning as we wade through period number 2. The Capitals playing their second game in as many nights and down 2-0 on the road at Amalie Arena. The Caps Radio Network, driven by Kia.
With Giant Pickup and Delivery, you can shop for all the great local products you love, handpicked and packed by our associates, just for you. All from the comfort of your couch. Save even more at Giant when you stack your savings. Bonus buys, digital coupons, and flexible rewards. Plus, earn 500 reward points when you sign up for Giant Flexible Rewards. More savings for you, only at Giant.
Data security threats are reaching unprecedented levels, targeting private sector, government agencies, and individuals. At ID Technologies, a CACI company, we've applied our 20-plus years of experience to develop the Archon Solution Suite, empowering your remote teams to work securely from wherever they are, keeping your mission-critical data safe every step of the way. NSA CSFC compliant, quickly deployed, factory ready at enterprise scale. Visit idtech.com. Brought to you by ID Technologies, a CACI company, along with Dell Technologies. Innovation fueled by experience.
Attention commercial businesses and high-rise building owners. Do you want a 100% tax write-off? Recent tax reform laws allow businesses and building owners a 100% tax write-off to install and retrofit fire sprinklers. That's right, a 100% write-off. Go to sprinklerfitters669.org, click on your city, town, or region, select a contractor, and schedule an estimate. The 100% write-off basically gives you free fire protection. Install fire sprinklers now. Sprinklerfitters669.org to save lives and protect property.
Hi, this is Dylan Strome. You're listening to Caps Radio 24/7 and the Capitals Radio Network.
Getting back at it here, getting late into the second period with 7:16 to go in period number 2. John and Ken Whitty here, Amalie Arena. The Capitals only 2 road games left after this. A game in Montreal coming up next Thursday, and then the finale for the road schedule is coming again on the back half of a 2-2, where the Capitals will be at home against the New York Islanders and then head to Boston. Not easy, although the Bruins not going to have anything to play for. Here comes a shot from Eric Chernak in from the left dot, and a save made as the Lightning continue to be a step quicker pretty much at every turn here. But Darcy Kemper is keeping him in it with 6:55 to go in the second period. He stopped 17-19, and I think what is a little misleading about that total, Ken, is the number of grade A's that he has seen, because they've been plentiful.
Yeah, no, it's not just token shots. I mean, he's had to work for them all. They're all, there were 6, I think, in the first period. The first 9 shots, 6 of them were scoring opportunities. So it's continued here. They're not just firing pucks for the sake of firing pucks. They like the puck control in the offensive zone. The Caps having trouble defending them.
The puck now to the right. Steven Stamkos, and stolen away from Radish. Now on a break, maybe, is a7e2. One man back in Sergachev. a7e2 cutting in and shooting, and a save made loose on a rebound, and then covering with a big mitt is Vasilevsky. He had a little bit of trouble with that. Great effort from NAK to motor his way into the circle and then right down the middle. Only had to get around Sergachev and couldn't quite do that, but still managed to get a really good-looking shot away.
Yeah, and his speed, you create time and space when you have a little speed. a7e2 comes down, waits. He's been playing some good hockey. He needs couple goals to go his way here to feel good about himself, but a good shot, calls his own number. And again, that line, we're talking about that fourth line once again.
Off the draw, taken away here by Tampa Bay. The scoring chances in a game listed at 13-9. Tampa Bay seems maybe not quite that even, to be honest with you. Back in now behind the nets. I heard what you're doing there. Back down the center for Protas. Turned around here by the Lightning, and they've got room, and it's a 2-on-1. Coming now, a pass it across to Braden Point. Oh, what a stop by Darcy Kemper. Robbing Braden Point. Tampa Bay's leading goal scorer was bearing down on him on an odd man rush, and lunging forward, he was able to make the save. Now, as the puck comes out to center, and Stamkos blew a tire, still managed to work it back to center ice. Point now, left wing, in front, a screaming one-timer from Kucherov in the high slot, and another terrific save by Darcy Kemper. All kinds of danger chances coming DK's way in this one. It remains 2-0 Tampa Bay. 5:56 to go in the second on the Capitals Radio Network, driven by Kia.
If you own a small business, you've probably been hearing a lot about the ERC, how it's worth up to $26,000 per employee, how easy it is. You know the spiel. So why am I still talking to you about it now? Because many of you still haven't filed a claim, but Innovation Refunds can help you close the book on this thing. They're backed by one of those big CPA firms the corporations use, so they can determine once and for all if your business qualifies. And it's free to find out. Go to innovationrefunds.com. That's innovationrefunds.com.
Broken bricks, falling fences, damaged doors. Gorilla Glue, of course. Gorilla Glue is incredibly strong, 100% waterproof, and bonds virtually everything. Gorilla Glue, for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Ask Sherwin-Williams during the March spring sale and save 35% on paints and stains, with sale prices starting at $28.92. Shop in-store or online, March 24th through April 3rd. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
For your second period scoreboard, here's Ben Raby.
All right, if the Capitals have hopes of remaining on the fringe of the wild card race in the East, not only do they have to mount a comeback tonight in Tampa Bay, they're going to need a little bit more help on the out-of-town scoreboard than what they're getting tonight. Pittsburgh, Florida, and Ottawa all playing with the lead. Penguins up 1-0 over Nashville. Late second period at PPG Paints Arena. Jason Zucker's 26th of the season. Elsewhere, 2 goals for Matthew Tkachuk. Panthers leading the Canadiens 3-1. Late second at the Bell Center. And the Ottawa Senators, a 2-1 lead over the Philadelphia Flyers. Tim Stützle, his 37th goal this season for Ottawa. John?
All right. Thanks, Ben. Ken, I was never very good at math, but I know that the math isn't good right now. If all of that continues to hold. Here it's 2-0 Tampa Bay, and the Caps are behind their net. Hit it to the boards with Alexia. Up now behind the net toward Dowd with 5:40 to go here in the second period. And the Lightning from the right point down low to Hedman. The backhand wedge toward Kemper, knocked down by the defense. Nick Herbix now left point. And down the wing to Corey Perry. Pass it is deflected away off the stick of Connor Sherry and back out towards center. The Caps going to have to regroup now as Tampa Bay just really slowing things down to neutral ice for what has to be a pretty tired Capitals team. The later this game gets, and being at this late point of the season, the tough travel from last night. 5 minutes left here is a big shot from Hedman and a rebound chance for Janot. Ends up off into the corner. Tampa Bay just keeps coming in waves. I don't know where the energy is going to come from, Ken, but the Caps need to find some.
They sure do. They got to dig deep here, and more than just the fourth line. They're playing with energy. They got to have the other 3 lines kick it in here and try to help out, get some offense going.
Back to the blue line here, and a shot that comes from Radish, deflected away, and now back towards center, Sergachev. Back on towards center ice. Turning it around is Brandon Hagel. Blue line now to Paul. He's got Colton with him. Quick skating and across with a pass, crossing up Radish along the left wing. That's going to spring Kuznetsov. He's got room on the right side, cutting in the right circle, shooting, and he missed just off the right post. And back in behind the net now toward Mantha at the left point, and down low with 4:10 to go here in the second period. Smith in behind the net. Getting onto the far wing, stopped there by Hagel. Kuznetsov will pick up the slack. And now the pass to center for Sandin. Moves into the right circle. Back to the middle for Rasmus. And leaving for Kuznetsov, a shot that'll just go over top the net, and then a rebound. They score on the tuck in from behind the net. Craig Smith able to tuck it in from the trapezoid, and Washington is on the board. It's 2-1.
Well, they get some pressure, Farley, a little sustained pressure in the offensive zone. The shot comes in from the point. Smith picks it up behind the net, kind of stuffs it in there to get a read, to look at it again, see how it snuck behind Vasilevsky. But again, nice job just trying to tuck it in. Mantha doing a good job taking the eyes away from Vasilevsky. Couldn't see it. The big guy doing his job in front. Overshoots it. Oh, went off the back of his heel and in the net. He just didn't get on that post quick enough.
Great play by Smith to get in behind the net. Just his third goal in a Washington uniform. That is first goal in 12 games. He's now 2 away from 200 in his NHL career. He scored twice March 4th in San Jose. He had not scored since. But that is his 7th goal of the year. Boston and Washington combined. And that is a huge goal for the Capitals here in this one. Now 2-1 with 3.5 to go. Here's Sandin along the far wing, comes blazing in. And now the puck in toward Wilson from behind the net. They can't quite connect. Far wing now, Cirelli able to clear it away. So Craig Smith on a little bit of a miscue by Vasilevsky, not able to seal off that left post, and very alertly Smith with a tuck in from behind the net to make it 2-1. Cirelli
more jump now in the step
from Wilson.
They have a little more jump now. They get a goal, feel good about themselves. All of a sudden, now you're not as tired.
Coming back along the near side, that certainly will be some of that energy you want to say where's it going to come from. Well, sometimes it comes from a goal. Now Cirelli now towards Killorn. He'll skate at center. Maroon standing side by side as he crosses back into the Washington zone. The dump in, and Jensen is there. 2:45 to go here in the second period. Carlson in along the right board. Kuznetsov, a shot here that Vasilevsky seemed to have some trouble with. He got a piece of it and sent it to the corner, but didn't look comfortable doing it. Back to center now for Braden Point. He's had multiple chances and really good looks at Kemper tonight. Darcy's gotten the better of him despite some really good opportunities for number 21 in blue. Caps take the puck away from him. Top line remains on here for Tampa Bay. And Point back into his own zone. The Capitals needing to touch up on what would have been an offside. That gives plenty of room for Braden Point. Moving in, and a shot attempt blocked down here by Alexeyev. Nice for him to get a piece of that on the way through, but the Capitals can't clear now. The puck at the top of the left circle. In his Point, gets a step on Van Riemsdyk. Tried to center, but nobody home. Now to Kucherov in the corner. Back in behind the net for Mantha with 1:40 left here in this second period. A 2-1 Tampa Bay lead. Alexeyev on the far wing, able to clear it, and it will head up off a deflection and into the Washington bench with 1:32 to go here in the second period. Call it your Thompson Creek windows of opportunity. You get more for your money at Thompson Creek. It's an opportunity for sure, Ken, because they're now back within a goal, and if you get that next one, and Ben just gave us the out-of-town scoreboard, there's no doubt, there was no doubt anyway the Capitals had to get 2 points tonight, but they really need to get 2 points with all the other teams seemingly winning out of town.
Yeah, exactly. No, they got to, this is good. They chip away here. Okay, they got 1:32 left. See if they can maybe get another couple scoring opportunities and maybe get one. If not, you're only one shot down, 2-1 down back-to-back against Tampa. That's not a bad position to be in going into the third period.
Out now to center off the stick of a7e2. And now towards center, up along the right side here. Backstrom along the wing. And down low into the corner off the stick of Sergachev. Lightning hemmed in their own zone here. Good work on the forecheck. a7e2, Sherry, and Dowd. No surprise there. They've been doing it all night. Back in behind the net here for Connor.
Getting a lot of ice time, too.
They absolutely deserve it as the puck comes to center here. And on the left side, to dump back into the zone. Kemper going to play it. Pass Gino to the near board. 43 seconds left. The Capitals hanging tough in Tampa despite travel circumstances. 2 games in as many nights. Tampa didn't play last night. Smith from Mantha and Sandine has made it 2-1. The Capitals have got to make sure they're the ones getting the next goal now whenever it comes. 25 seconds left in the period. Tampa Bay got a goal at 19:57 of the first period. Right now, that's the difference. As Ian Cole back into his own end. 10 seconds left in the period. One more rush before the horn here for Colton. And around now behind the net on the dump in. Going to be played on the forehand of Darcy Kemper out the far wing. And that is the end of the second period. So Craig Smith at 16:10 of the second period gets Washington on the board. Anthony Mantha and Rasmus Sandin getting the assist on the goal. A nice wraparound opportunity after Vasilevsky failed to cover the left post. And now, Ken, 20 minutes to go. You're down a goal on the road. You're not going to have a lot of jam in the tank, but you got to find a way if you want to keep any realistic hope alive. A lot of that realistic hope, quite frankly, is already gone, but you've got to get 2 points no matter how you need to do it here tonight.
Well, desperation, they know that. They have to come out and just play, desperate hockey. I mean, like it's your last shift, every shift right now in the third, and see if you can tie this thing up. I mean, that's all they can do. They can't worry about the outcome right now. They got to worry about getting that next goal. And they get one here. I mean, they're only down by one shot away. That's the positive. On the road, back-to-back, late night. Dig deep here. Get a lot of fluids in you this intermission and come out and play hard.
That is the end of 2 periods. 2-1 Tampa Bay. Ben Raby up next with second intermission activities on the Capitals Radio Network, driven by Kia. From the electricity out on the ice to the roar of the crowd in the stands, there's nothing quite like Washington Capitals hockey. And this season, you could be there live to cheer them on. As the official ticketing partner of the Capitals in the NHL, Ticketmaster has you covered with the largest selection of seats at a wide variety of price points. So get off the couch and get into the stands. Grab great seats to see the Capitals today at Ticketmaster.com/Caps.
We owe so much to our heroes in uniform, but when they come home, what awaits them? We union plumbers, fitters, welders, and service technicians offer training and a career. Our VIP program, Veterans in Piping, provides opportunity for a future of rewarding work. End users and contractors, please partner with us in putting these dedicated, highly trained veterans back to work. Everyone wins. Learn more at UA.org.
The name is Visionary Technology Consultants, value-driven information technology services. VTC will deliver inventive technology solutions at a reasonable cost. VTC's approach to enable and deliver customer success is straightforward and very effective. Why not find out more at VTCcorp.com? VTC, in partnership with Dell Technologies, helping agencies meet the challenge of the constantly evolving IT landscape during these difficult times.
Wawa hoagies are a winning pick for game day. Every hoagie's made with the ingredients you crave in varieties you love. From toasty cheesesteak to mouthwatering meatball, Italian, and more. There's a hoagie for every mood and every appetite. Order ahead, curbside, and delivery available on the Wawa app. When you're planning for the game, we have you covered with Wawa Catering. Make your game day a winner with Wawa Hoagies, Snacks, and Drinks. Wawa is the official hoagie of the Washington Capitals. Gotta have a Wawa.
Let's take a moment and think about the things you love. It could be stuff like vintage vinyl, stylish sunglasses, or your exotic fish collection. Whatever your passion is, the new Multiply the Cash scratchers from DC Lottery gives you a chance to multiply your cash by 5, 10, 25, or even 100 times and enjoy a lot more of the stuff that makes you, you. Multiply the Cash scratchers from DC Lottery. If you love it, multiply it. Please play responsibly.
This winter, enjoy more of Ocean City for a little less. Enjoy seaside escapes and coastal cuisine. Enjoy small crowds and big fun. Enjoy rising with the tide and leave all worries behind. Find your reason to smile all winter long in Ocean City, Maryland.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
Brodas turned around here by the Lightning, and they've got room, and it's a 2-on-1. Coming now, a pass on across to Braden Point. Oh, what a stop by Darcy Kemper. Robbing Braden Point. Tampa Bay's leading goal scorer was bearing down on him on an odd man rush, and lunging forward, he was able to make the save.
And Darcy Kemper back in goal for the Capitals tonight. His second start in as many nights. Tough back-to-back for the Capitals in Tampa Bay tonight. And a tough back-to-back individually for Kemper. That said, he's been sharp at Amalie Arena. Big save right there on Braden Point midway through the second period. One of 20 saves on the night so far for Darcy Kemper. He's been good. He's had to be, as the Capitals still with some work to do in Tampa as they continue to trail the Lightning now 2-1 through two periods of play. As we welcome you back inside the DC studios, Ben Raby back with you for the second intermission. Mike Callow alongside as the Capitals look to keep their slim playoff hopes alive, looking to keep pace or potentially gain ground in that Eastern Conference wildcard race. The Capitals entering play tonight 5 points behind Pittsburgh for that second wildcard spot, 5 points back, only 7 games remaining on the regular season itinerary. As we take a look at the scoring summary and the highlights from this one in Tampa Bay, and the Lightning would go to work midway through the first period, 8:43 in. Anthony Mantha called 2 minutes for tripping. Ensuing Lightning power play just 37 seconds in. Alex Killorn in close, able to beat Kemper for his 24th goal of the year. Sergachev and Stamkos with the assists and a 1-0 Tampa Bay lead. It would stay that way until the final seconds of the first period, and we really mean this, the final seconds of the first period. An offensive zone face-off win for the Lightning, and soon after, they would take a 2-goal lead into intermission.
Belmar will slide in for the face-off and look to get one final shot before the horn. Wanted to Stamkos, and he scores. Steven Stamkos with 2.8 seconds to go here in the period has made it 2-0 Tampa Bay.
And that's Steven Stamkos with the blast, his 32nd goal of the season. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare, the face-off specialist for the Lightning. John Cooper sent him over the boards for that reason specifically, with less than 3 seconds remaining in the frame. And the Lightning able to take advantage, and at 19:57 of the first period, that's a tough one for the Capitals. Steven Stamkos giving the Bolts that 2-0 lead. It would stay that way into the later stages of the second period, and with just under 4 minutes remaining in the middle frame, Capitals would finally get on the board.
And now the pass to center for Sandin. Moves into the right circle. Back to the middle for Rasmus. And leave it for Kuznetsov. A shot that'll just go over top the net. And then a rebound. They score on the tuck in from behind the net. Craig Smith able to tuck it in from the trapezoid. And Washington is on the board. It's 2-1.
There was Craig Smith, the wraparound attempt in close. He's able to convert. He breaks a personal 12-game goalless drought, his third goal in a Capitals uniform, 7th overall on the season. Mantha and Sandin with the assist. Smith cutting the Capitals deficit in half. 2-1 Lightning with 3:50 remaining in the second period. And that remains the score now through 40 minutes of play. The Lightning out shooting the Capitals 22-18. Kemper in goal for the Caps. Vasilevsky starting for the Lightning. Tampa Bay 1 for 2 on the power play. Caps 0 for 2 on their man advantage opportunities. And also of note here, as the Capitals try to mount this comeback, playing in the second half of back-to-backs, doing so at Amalie Arena, where the Lightning own the second-best home record in the NHL. Capitals with an uphill climb and having to do this the rest of the way shorthanded. They are without TJ Oshie. He left the game, did not play in the second period. Team announcing he has an upper body injury and will not return. So certainly a significant absence tonight without TJ Oshie. And here's hoping for his sake and for the Capitals' sake collectively, He'll be good to go as soon as Sunday when the Capitals return home against the New York Rangers. But for now, it's an upper body injury and the night done for TJ Oshie. Lightning 2, Capitals 1. We'll take a look at a busy night on the out-of-town scoreboard. Plenty of games with implications on the playoff races. The details next on the Capitals Radio Network, driven by Kia.
It's time to take a new look at cybersecurity. A living security system from Trellix makes threats not just a cause for concern, but an opportunity to better your business and face your future with confidence. Threats are evolving, and so can you. Incidents are on the rise. Make sure your business can rise above them. Trellix, we bring security to life.
Martin's Famous Potato Rolls is proud to be the official potato roll for Capital One Arena. What makes Martin's Potato Rolls and Bread exceptional? Their potato rolls and bread are made with only high-quality ingredients that provide a sweet, buttery flavor and soft, pillowy texture that will add a golden touch to any culinary creation, from simple sandwiches to gourmet meals. When only the best will do, be sure to serve Martin's Potato Rolls and Bread. Pick up a pack today. To find a store near you, visit potatorolls.com.
At Leidos, we put technology to work on the front lines. Whether we're helping the military stand up a new application or creating efficiencies in our nation's infrastructure, our technology-driven solutions are helping to make the world safer, healthier, and more efficient. It's important work, and it never stops, because failure is not an option. Visit us at leidos.com.
Ideation through innovation and integration. That's not hockey coaches speak, but the way we work at Epic Concepts. At Epic Concepts, we provide IT solutions of the highest caliber. We'll work with you from the start to understand your requirements and work continuously until you are thrilled with the result. Epic Concepts provides the ability to create integrated turnkey IT solutions for simplifying everything from acquisition to deployment. Epic Concepts is a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business. Find out more at Epic. That's EPOCH Concepts.com.
Hey, welcome back inside the DC studios. Second intermission. Tampa Bay Lightning leading the Capitals 2-1. Alex Killorn, Steven Stamkos scoring in the first period for the Lightning. Craig Smith, his 7th goal overall on the year, converting for the Capitals in the second period. 2-1. Lightning over the Caps. Meanwhile, 11 games total on this Thursday around the NHL. Among the games we're keeping tabs on with playoff implications, the Pittsburgh Penguins leading the Nashville Predators 1-0. Third period about to get started in Pittsburgh. Jason Zucker is 26th of the year for the Pens, who entered play 1 point clear of the Florida Panthers for the second wild card spot in the East. Panthers in Montreal tonight, and a big evening at the Bell Center for Florida's Matthew Tkachuk.
Forsling tied up with Suzuki, then Arby Pinard knocked down Suzuki. Here come the Panthers. Lundell drop pass. Matthew Tkachuk walking in and shooting. He scores! Tkachuk, ka-ching! He's got 100 points on the season.
Steve Goldstein, the goal. Valley Sports, South Florida. Tkachuk, ka-ching. No kidding. He hits the century mark as far as points. 2 goals on the night. It's up to 37 goals and 100 points. 3-1. Panthers leading the Canadians. Third period about to get underway at the Bell Center. Panthers seeking a second straight win. And again, looking to keep in the mix in that Eastern Conference wild card race. Elsewhere, the Ottawa Senators trying to stay on the fringe of that wild card race. They lead the Philadelphia Flyers 3-1. Second intermission in Ottawa. Tim Stützle, his 37th goal of the season for the upstart Senators. Elsewhere, big one in Newark, New Jersey at Prudential Center. The Devils taking on the Rangers in a potential playoff preview. That 2-3 matchup in the Metropolitan Division.
On the power play at 17 for the lead. Timo Meier scores! He goes back to the slot, and in his first game as a Devil against the Rangers, he finds the back of the net.
On the power play for Timo Meier, his 36th goal overall on the season. That gave New Jersey a 2-0 lead over the Rangers. Chris Kreider has since responded for New York. A power play goal of his own added up. Devils 2, Rangers 1. That's the score through 40 minutes. In New Jersey, the Devils entered play 2 points clear of the Rangers for second place in the Metropolitan Division. The Devils also trying to move upwards as they began the night 3 points behind Carolina. For top spot in the Metro, the Hurricanes in Detroit tonight. That game tied at 2. Midway through the second period, a couple of Hurricanes defensemen converting in that one. Brett Burns, his 14th of the year. Jacob Slavin, his 7th of the campaign. Elsewhere, the Boston Bruins, with a win tonight against the Columbus Blue Jackets, would clinch the President's Trophy and the best overall record on the circuit. The Bruins down 1-0, but looking to pull even on the power play in the second period.
And up top, it's caught by McAvoy. Puck at his feet. Swings Suzuki. He'll pivot to the right. Circle attacks. Backhand. They score! It's Tyler Bertuzzi. Backdoor. Got his stick down. Hooked it inside the near post. Power play goal. Bruins 1. Jackets 1.
Judd throughout the call. Boston's 98.5, the Sports Hub. Tyler Bertuzzi, his 6th goal of the season. Bruins and Blue Jackets remain tied at 1. Second intermission in Boston. And among the highlights coming up tonight in the Western Conference, big boy hockey in Edmonton. Oilers taking on the LA Kings. Connor McDavid, a league best 60 goals, 143 points on the season. The LA Kings entering play 2 points behind Vegas for top spot in the Pacific. Golden Knights are in San Jose tonight. A Vegas win, and they would officially lock up a postseason berth. Capitals trail the Lightning 2-1 after 2. Third period with John and Ken up next on the Capitals Radio Network, driven by Kia.
Red River is a technology transformation company. We reimagine the possibilities of technology, enabling organizations to transform beyond the expected, from the cloud and big data to mobility and cybersecurity. Red River can help meet your business goals and mission objectives. Technology decisions aren't black and white. Think red. Visit redriver.com to learn more.
As our country recovers from the pandemic and as air traffic continues to come back, aviation is a vital economic engine. You can depend on the National Air Traffic Controllers Association and its 20,000 aviation safety professionals who work hard 24/7, 365, safely moving passengers, crew, and vital cargo. The members of the National Air Traffic Controllers Association, NATCA, guide you home safely. Visit them at natca.org. That's natca.org.
The last thing you need to deal with in your home are uninvited pests. Call Pest Management Services, Inc., the official pest control company of the Capital One Arena, to take care of any of your pest issues. This family-owned and operated company is always defending stadiums, arenas, and homes from pests that include spiders, ants, mosquitoes, bed bugs, termites, rodents, mold, and our COVID disinfectant spray. While the Caps rock the red, let us stop pests dead. Call us today at 703-723-2899 for a free inspection, or visit our website at mypmsi.com.
It's always the right time deal. Hey, want to go to Mickey D's for lunch?
Ooh, let's go now.
But it's not lunchtime yet.
If we're going to McDonald's, it's always the right time.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that. There's a deal for every lunch hour at McDonald's.
And there's a classic for every craving. Mix and match 2 for just $3.50, like a McChicken, a McDouble, or a hot and spicy McChicken. Price and participation may vary. Single item at regular price. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Time for the third period. Amalie Arena, Tampa, Florida. The Lightning leading the Caps 2-1. Goals in this one. Alex Killorn scoring on the power play. 9:20 into the first period. Steven Stamkos would then give the Lightning a 2-goal first period by scoring at 19:57, his 32nd of the year. But the only goal of the second period, a wraparound beauty from Craig Smith. It's a 1-goal game now, Ken, and the Capitals, easily the biggest period of their season. They must win this game if they want to entertain any chance at all of trying to climb toward the top 8. Time is starting to really run out here.
Yeah, you look at the veteran club that the Caps do have. I mean, they realize that. I'm sure they talked about it in between periods. Come out, play hard. We're one shot away. Stick to the game plan. All the cliches. But bottom line is you have to work out hustle the Tampa Bay Lightning. See if you can win a period.
Third period is underway. Darcy Kemper has stopped 20 of 22, but he has been really good in this one tonight in holding the Lightning at bay on a lot of grade A chances. The Lightning with a puck here. Radish moves back across center, leaving it for Kucherov. A brief stutter step by Steven Stamkos. Now we'll get into the zone, sending it down to the far corner. Sergachev is there. And a puck that is cleared high off the glass. A bouncing puck to center. Connor Sherry back in now toward the top of the right circle, but gets steered out. If there is a path back to getting 2 points tonight, I got to believe it's going to start with a down line. They have been terrific tonight.
Yeah, they've been outstanding. I mean, just out working, getting things done. I mean, that would really lift the bench. Any goal is going to lift the bench, but those guys here, they get a ton of ice time in the second period. See if they can get themselves on the board.
Minute gone here in the third period. Next goal promises to be a big one. The Capitals hoping it's a game tire. Back along far wing here for Mantha. And behind the net to the near side. Hit applied there. Maroon on Mantha. Now Nick Perbix with a knuckler that goes just wide of the right post, and Darcy Kemper. Caps look to break out. Stretch pass ahead. Off the stick of Kuznetsov. Carried in now by Craig Smith. Kuznetsov cutting down the middle, but left the puck behind in the process. Big Pat Maroon coming down the middle and a drop pass here and a shot from Sorelli. That goes off the blocker of Darcy Kemper. 3 cups in 3 years with 2 different teams. Pat Maroon living his best life just a couple of years ago and still doing pretty well for himself on a contender in the Lightning. Back down inside the Lightning zone here with Chernak. Goes cross behind the net to Cole. Pops it out now to center, and now a look ahead. A good pass to Ross Colton. Just couldn't quite bring it in after Hagel had fed it to him. Capitals coming back right wing. And Dylan Strome entering Tampa Bay territory. Low into the corner for Wilson. Then in behind the net here as Strome is taken off the puck by Chernak. Lightning just do clear it past Faravari. And Marty going cross ice. Carlson back towards center. Ovechkin has to come back and get it. And then turn it over to Ross Colton. Colton back for the defense as Tampa Bay changing. Washington doing the same. 17-22 to go here in the third period. 2-1. Tampa Bay with a lead. Capitals out of action until Sunday. First game of April. Coming up at 1 o'clock. National TV for that one is Protas. Bringing it back in. Along the left circle and then pushed to the outside by Sergachev. The Caps still in business offensively. A pass out of the corner that goes through Backstrom and sent away by Tanner Janot back to the Capitals' end. Here comes Alexei Protas. Dropped it off to Craig Smith outside the right circle. Relatively low percentage chance, but any puck on net, you never know. Right now, we'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Washington Capitals Radio Network, driven by Kia.
You're listening to Washington Capitals Hockey on WFED Washington, WTOP FM HD2 Washington, W283 DG Sterling, WTLP FM HD2 Braddock Heights Frederick.
John Walton, Ken Sabarin with you here, Amalie Arena, Tampa, Florida. 16:47 to go, third period. And here's that line again, Ken, with Connor Sherry and Nick Dowd, Nicholas a7e2. Best line tonight for the Capitals, and they're getting a lot of ice time to start this third period.
Well, you know they're getting rewarded. It's an offensive draw, and they're getting put out there off the bench. You don't see that too often with your
Here's
fourth line.
Here's a breakaway coming here for Point on behind Kubel, and a chip toward Kemper as he ran out of room. And Ave Kubel doing just enough to make sure he didn't get a quality chance off. A good opportunity for Tampa Bay goes by the boards. Braden Point with the puck now at center. He'll drop it off to Kucherov. He'll go quickly into the zone. Lead for Point. Stick handles his way around Kubel, but cannot get the shot away. Now Tampa Bay in front, and a shot here from Kucherov. Just off the pipe and off in along the backboards. A close call, and the Capitals with NAK finally get it back to center. On the top line for the Lightning doing work here as Nick Perbix starts with it for the Lightning.
Yeah, no, they're looking good, obviously, offensively. Those guys here can put the puck in the back of the net. They get an opportunity. And the goaltender's best friend, the post, saves one right there.
Sent in by Alexeyev now on the left side with 15:40 to go, third period. Van Riemsdyk from the right point, and a pass that was telegraphed a bit, and now on a break, here comes Sorelli, the speed, coming in left side, pulls up, and shoots, and a puck rebound, they score. And Pat Maroon picks up the loose change and puts it home after Sorelli got the original shot from the right circle on a partial breakaway. It is 3-1, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, just too many opportunities, two breakaways like that in the last couple seconds, last couple minutes, and just not going to cut it. As they come down here, you got to be responsible with that puck. They come down, the shot comes on, Maroon, he's going to go to the front of the net. He stands right there, and, you're lucky, whatever you want to call it, goes right onto his stick. He just taps it in the empty net. But unfortunately for the Caps, they're working hard, but now the big hill to climb.
He is a three-time Stanley Cup champion. It has been an offensive struggle for him this year. Only his fourth goal in 74 games for the forward, and it comes at a time that puts Washington in a big hole with just over 15 minutes to go. Maroon's fourth of the season. He just scored March 21st against Montreal in a game at Bell Center. That's half of his goal total for the entire season. But he brings what you call those intangibles, Ken, and certainly the spirit animal for this Tampa Bay team that has designs on making another deep run. Here's Perbix on a turnover. That'll pick it back up, send it back in for Hagel, going cross ice for Paul. And Tampa Bay continuing to work it across. Sorelli gets a lone assist on the Maroon goal. And now low for Hedman. He comes in behind the net. Ross Colton can't handle the pass. And it is covered up by the glove hand of Darcy Kemper with 14:34 to go. That's going to be a happy dressing room tonight for the Lightning when Pat Maroon scores for just the fourth time all season.
Yeah, no, he brings a lot to a team. To that team, his experience, his toughness, his grit. He gets in there, does whatever it takes. There's always a spot for a guy like that. Yeah, he doesn't skate that fast, but he gets the job done, and he'll go in the dirty areas. Doesn't mind taking a hit.
So the face-off going to be in front of Darcy Kemper, who has made 23 saves on 26 shots. Conversely, Vasilevsky's 19 on 20 at this point. A 3-1 lead for the Lightning, and the Capitals, who have only gotten the goal from Smith at 5-on-5 late in the second period. That is the sum total of their offense for tonight. Well, now have to dig as deep as they ever have all season.
Yeah, the big guys for the Caps got to come up big here. They got to start producing. And all the guys that get paid to score goals got to find a way to get some opportunities.
Capitals ice it right off the face-off. And a draw that's going to come back in front of Kemper. Want a chance to sit down low for the last Capitals home game of the season, and also go on the rafting trip of a lifetime. Enter the Caps and West Virginia Getaway Sweepstakes for a chance to win two lower level tickets to the last home game. All expense paid trip to New River Gorge National Park. Autograph, player item, and more. Head to washcaps.com/West Virginia. Off the face-off, controlled by the Lightning, where it's dumped in behind the net, played by Kemper. Near side, Carlson drops a fly ball back into the Lightning zone, and that's going to be an icing call with 14:04 to go in regulation. Capitals hockey tonight brought to you by Capital One, offering checking and savings accounts with no fees or minimums. What's in your wallets?
Well, the old two-man band, Ovechkin and Backstrom back together with Protas out there, so a little line mixing and matching, trying to get something going here. See if they can find some chemistry. They've done it over the years, many years. See if they can get it going here.
That is a little bit of an eyebrow raiser as the puck comes in behind the net. 8 and 19 together here in the third period with 6 minutes gone by. Capitals season could be hanging on what happens here in the next 14 minutes as the puck comes back and inside the Washington zone. Backstrom will get it moving and send it along the far board. Now Tampa Bay on the intercept, skates it right back in. Braden Point back up top, Stamkos center point. Now to Kucherov, a shot going just wide as he blasted one in from the right circle. The battle on the far wing, the Caps cannot clear. Tampa Bay centering here. Kucherov just hopping the stick of Braden Point. The Capitals just hanging on here. Now cutting to the net is Point, and he goes to the backhand, and another stop by Darcy Kemper. A great feed from Stamkos out of the corner, and the Lightning going to regroup in neutral ice. But the top line against the newly configured Protas, Backstrom, and Ovechkin, they were doing some damage. Kemper keeping the puck out of the goal. Here's Kucherov down low. Lost the site of where the puck was, and Connor Sherry comes in. Took it from him, only to have the Lightning bang him around a little bit. Now to the near side with 12:45 to go. Jensen, right circle, shooting here, and a puck that deflects off of Sergachev and goes up and out of play with 12:40 to go here in the third period. The Panthers are winning in the third at Montreal. The Penguins are winning in the third at home as well, and the Senators at home leading Philadelphia. Caps need a win, or the math's going to be just about impossible. 3-1 Tampa Bay on the Capitals Radio Network, driven by Kia.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires. Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
Wawa hoagies are a winning pick for game day. Every hoagie's made with the ingredients you crave in varieties you love. From toasty cheesesteak to mouth-watering meatball, Italian, and more. There's a hoagie for every mood and every appetite. Order ahead, curbside, and delivery available on the Wawa app. When you're planning for the game, we have you covered with Wawa Catering. Make your game day a winner with Wawa Hoagies, snacks, and drinks. Wawa's the official hoagie of the Washington Capitals. Gotta have a Wawa.
We owe so much to our heroes in uniform, but when they come home, what awaits them? We union plumbers, fitters, welders, and service technicians offer training and a career. Our VIP program, Veterans in Piping, provides opportunity for a future of rewarding work. End users and contractors, please partner with us in putting these dedicated, highly trained veterans back to work. Everyone wins. Learn more at ua.org.
Hi, this is Nick Jensen. Now back to John Walton and Ken Sabrin on the Capitals Radio Network.
Time running short on the Capitals, and here in a third period where the Capitals are playing their second game in as many nights, trailing by 2 goals now. After the goal by Pat Maroon at 4:30 of the third period. Caps with just 2 shots on net here in this third period. Here comes Victor Hedman down ice and trying to get a step on Rasmus Sandin. Got the shot away, and a save made there by Kemper. Taken away here by Sandin. 2 shots, Ken, that's not nearly enough. Circumstances notwithstanding, and obviously there are circumstances, but you got to get more pucks than that on net.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, you're going to give up some 2-on-1s, some odd man rushes. You have to, take a chance now. You can't worry about losing by another goal. You got to try to win the game. So Darcy Kemper and the defense going to have to bail them out. But right now, it's different if you're getting 10, 15 shots, but you only have 2, and you're giving up a lot more on the other end.
Here's Chernak along with Belmar. Gets into the zone right side, skating toward the corner, now behind the Washington net. Puck will squirt out the far side, wrestled out to center by Alexeyev, holding off Chernak. Not many scoring chances at all for the Caps here in the third period. Great A's. There's the first one as Ovechkin gets a shot from the right dot. Save made by Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky just trying to get back to 500 in his career against Washington. That's hard to believe, but the Capitals have done well against him. Even with a win in this one, if he gets it, he'd only be 8-8 in one lifetime. Thrown to the near board. The Caps setting up. Still 11-10 to go. Caps need 2 to get even. Van Riemsdyk. Puck stayed in at the blue line. And around now to Alexeyev at the left point. Got hit by Maroon. As a puck to the left side for Ovechkin. We see that Backstrom chance with Ovechkin was a one and done. They have reverted back to Wilson and Strome here as the puck frozen up by Vasilevsky in his vicinity. 10:49 to go here in the third period. I understand taking a look at something, Ken, but Dylan Strome has been as hot as anybody on his team, 20 points in 15 games. If you're coming back, you're probably coming back with that and alongside Alex Ovechkin.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if you want to double shift Alex Ovechkin, I get it. Get him out there as much as possible because it's only one shot away and he can put it in the back of the net, obviously, anytime. But I agree with you. You got to have Dylan Strome, one of your hottest guys on the team. You got to have him out there as much as possible, too.
Quick shot by Craig Smith, just missing the mark. And now Tampa Bay springing their man to center. Hagel trying to get a step on Faravari. Was able to, but was only angled in the corner. A good route run by Faravari to take him into the near side. Al Hagel works low and behind the net, off along the far wing. Hagel sprung from Chicago, where he and Dylan Strome were teammates. Hagel's got to be thankful every single day to be away from the Hawks and playing on a team like this. Back to center for Kuznetsov. Turn the puck over. Hagel comes back in along the right-hand side. I'll tell you what, you could put together a pretty good hockey team of ex-Blackhawks right now, and they could beat the Blackhawks among other teams potentially. So many guys have you seen having good years. Dylan Strome certainly on that list too.
You talk about blowing a team up, boy. They did it, that's for sure.
There are parts of them scattered all over the landscape and playing well in other places. Seth Jones got to be looking around saying, what's going on here? Back to center. Jensen onto the right wing side with 9:40 to go. Here in the third period, a centering try from Backstrom and a puck that Protas puts in. They wave it off. The net had been knocked off well before the puck entered the goal. They will have a discussion about it, but I think that's pretty clear. That one won't count with 9:37 remaining here in the third period. Good on Protas. That's a lot of hard work, though. The officials going to get together and talk about this. Ken, in real time, it certainly looked like the net had come off early, and I think Alexei Protas is going to have to wait another day. Tom Wilson may be trying to bang it home on that rebound, too.
Exactly. Again,
that's the play. The net was knocked off the moorings. Too much time had expired between the net getting knocked off and the shot. No goal.
I think that's a pretty good explanation. That's the way we saw it, too. Tom Wilson did put it home after Protas had the initial chance, but that is exactly what happened.
Exactly. But that's the way you got to play. Two big bodies play. Go towards the net. Make things happen. I'll tell you what, the last couple of games I've been impressed with Protas. He's kind of, picked up his game offensively. He's figured it out. Not worried about just defense. Go a little bit offense, but they got to get it going here. They're running out of time.
9:37 to go. We take a timeout. More in a moment. 3-1 Tampa Bay on the Capitals Radio Network, driven by Kia.
Coach Boudreau here. It's time of renewal. We're talking Thompson Creek window time. As quick as you can say, Bruce! There it is. Thompson Creek will design, build, and install beautiful replacement windows without the middleman markup, saving you time, money, utility costs, and increasing the resale value of your home. Bruce! There it is. Thompson Creek's biggest sale of the year with 25% off all windows and doors. No interest until October 2024. The biggest sale of the year doesn't happen often, so you better take advantage now. Call 855-57-CREEK now.
With Metro's $2 fares, you can say goodbye to high gas prices. Peace out to parking fees. Sayonara to crazy surge pricing. And say hello to savings. Metro's $2 fares start on weeknights after 9:30 and all weekend long. Ride, save, explore. Metro.
The Washington Capitals are back on the ice, and this season you can be in the stands to experience it all live. Shop a wide variety of seats for every match from Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of the Capitals in the NHL. And make sure you don't miss a single moment. And ticketing partner of the Capitals in the NHL. And make sure you don't miss a single moment. And rest assured, if your plans change, Ticketmaster has you covered. You can securely sell your seats to other fans with just a few taps. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/caps.
Hi, this is Nicholas Backstrom. Now back to John Walton on the Capitals Radio Network.
Behind every great team is another great team at MedStar Health. We're proud the Capitals and their fans choose us for their medical care. That's the power of trust. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people. National Air Traffic Controllers Association postgame show coming up when we're done as the Capitals enter the zone and deflect one. Rasmus Sandin shooting one up and out of play. 9:27 remaining here from Peter Laviolette. A little bit of locker room reaction, and the Capitals an off day tomorrow. They will fly home from Tampa International tonight. Back to Dulles late night. No practice tomorrow. Practice on Saturday. No morning skate Sunday, 1 o'clock. And the game on TNT on Sunday. Again, your only local call of the game. That's us. Starting at 12:45 on Sunday, April 2nd. Games in April. The next time the Caps hit the ice after this. 9:10 to go. Capitals in their own end, controlling here. A little bit of forecheck pressure from Alex Killorn as Sandin will play it in behind the net. And for a cycling John Carlson, his pass up the middle to Strome, looking to spring it up the right side, but Wilson cannot break free. Ian Cole is able to get there first. And Tampa Bay with a puck short of the red line, fired down ice. That's going to be an icing call with 8:49 left here. An O-zone draw coming up momentarily, and the Capitals need to find the back of the net pretty quickly to give themselves a chance in this one.
Yeah, they do. I mean, it's a time on the clock, obviously, but time's a ticking here in their season. It's pretty much a win. They got to get that 2 points. So like you said, John, not getting much help on the out-of-town scoreboard, but these guys realize it and see if they have a push. We've seen it over the years. They have that push the last 5 minutes or so. See if they have it in them again.
Here's Killorn at center. The dump in by Chernak. And the play in behind the net by Kemper. Leaving it now to Van Riemsdyk along the near board and ahead to center off the stick of Protas. Where Belmar going to steer it back out to the middle. Protas, a lot of ice time for him here in this third period, and deservedly so. Gets it to Backstrom into the left circle, and a penalty coming here as Belmar was knocked down, and a tripping call coming with 8:17 to go. Belmar is pleading with the officials as if it is on Tampa Bay.
Number 41 is a 2-minute minor for tripping.
Belmar indeed is going to go here. Well, the opportunity's here after he got tied up with Nick Backstrom. Even though Belmar ended up on the ice, he ends up getting the penalty here. And I would say as power plays go, this is one you got to have if you're Washington. Make this a one-goal game with the opportunity you've just been given.
Yeah, you do have an opportunity now. The power play, you'll see Nicholas Backstrom was out there. So I'm sure he'll stay out there, I would imagine. But they got to get one here. They get one here. They feel good about themselves, and all of a sudden they put a little pressure on Tampa. And Tampa's been known to give up a couple here lately, but it seems to me like Vasilevsky's dialed in. It's going to take a lot to get it by him.
Under 500, the Lightning in March is a shot here in off Vasilevsky. A rebound back out of the play near Ovechkin at the left dot, but he can't get a shot off. Now to the far board, it's Backstrom skating to the hash marks. Leaving it for a cycling Dylan Strome. To the blue line now, Carlson. Giving it back down ice. Awkwardly falling there was Backstrom, and a puck now toward Alex Ovechkin. And a puck that is sent away by the Lightning on goal at the other end. Kemper forced to make a stop as the Lightning able to send it away. Carlson back to the middle. And having trouble gaining the neutral ice. Little pressure from Nick Paul. Now will be left for the forwards. Backstrom skating to center, leaving it for Strome. Back in along the left side. Ovechkin low here to Strome. In front, a shot here from Wilson, and a save made off of Vasilevsky. Big rebound coming out to center. Oh, Wilson had the look, and he had the lane to shoot. Just couldn't put it through the Tampa Bay goaler.
He put right in the slot there, and Vasilevsky really aggressive, comes out way in the paint, challenges him.
Here's Carlson. Coming back towards center, Ovechkin needing a new stick. He grabs it from the bench. Second unit comes on here, 38 seconds left here in the power play. Shot from a sharp angle, kicks off Vasilevsky, off the stick of Craig Smith. Smith has the only goal for Washington tonight. His third as a Capital as the puck comes in from the right point. Again off Vasilevsky. Ovechkin up against Hagel along the boards. Trying to maintain the zone, and he does. Alex goes far side. Out of the right circle. A bouncing puck that comes down to the left circle and looking for the tip. Smith was there and just hopped right through him off into the corner. The power play over in 5 seconds. Capitals cutting out in front and a chance for Connor Sherry. Good stuff there from Vasilevsky. Now the Capitals had their chances, but Belmar out of the box. And now matters are worse and time is short. 6:10 to go. 3-1 Tampa Bay. The Lightning on the breakout. Plenty of room. And back into the zone for Hagel. He'll pull up and look for the shot and deflecting it off in front. A deflection now in behind the net. Picked up now along the far board and controlled it here. The Capitals do. Back in behind the net, and now for Chernak with 5:45 to go in the third period. The Lightning up by 2 as Nick Dowd controlling it here. Back for Sandin. This line has been good, but the Capitals need their big offensive heroes to get the job done here in the next 5:30, or the out-of-town scoreboard is not going to be very kind tonight. We already know that part. The Capitals have got to do theirs, or it is all over but the mathematics. Back in now behind the net here, or Alexei Protas with 5:15 to go. Capitals only 5 wins in the month of March. It's a tough way to go down the stretch. Hedman with a big pass toward Kucherov. And Stamkos just to step inside the zone, feeding it low for the defenseman. Nick Perbix had gone low. Capitals able to dig it out, but they cannot clear. Perbix now, left side. Looking to get a stick is Nick Jensen. The Capitals do take it away. And Connor Sherry, the only Capital play in every game this season. Not many Iron Men around for the Caps this year with all the injuries they've had. Connor Sherry is the list at this point. Top of the right circle. Feeds to Alexeyev. His shot knocked down off of Tanner Janot. Stays in for Sherry. Now to 4:30 to go. It's not quite time to pull Darcy Kemper yet, but it is getting close as the Capitals down by 2 here. Carlson, low left side. Backhander in front, taken away here by Corey Perry. Perry's attempt to skate out of the zone was blocked down by Connor Sherry as his body was thrown in front of it. Perbix out of his own handle, dump it down ice. And Kemper going to play it in behind the Washington net.
Well, the Caps pushing. I mean, they are pushing, but now the D have to activate. They got the green light. Jump in there. You got to make it the 1D, both D jump in if you have to create some offense from the back end.
To the right side now to Wilson, and now to the behind the Capitals net where Chernak, the center for Killorn, across to Pat Maroon, leading to Cirelli, cuts in and a loose puck, and they put in a rebound and score, and Pat Maroon has done it again. It's his second goal of the game and only his 5th of the season. And with 3:32 to go, it is 4-1 Lightning.
Well, pretty much similarly, we score almost exactly the same way. I mean, just goes to the net, picks up the rebound. Darcy makes that first stop. The defense don't take the stick away from Maroon. He's able to put that rebound in as he stops. Pull by, just stops right there. Wilson tries to push him, but he pushes him into the net. But the puck was already in by that time.
Well, Pat Maroon ends up getting the goal. He ends up having the best night of his season at the expense of the Capitals with 3:32, all that remains here. And the Capitals on their way, barring a complete reversal of fortune, to another loss to close out the month of March. The Capitals find themselves on the outside looking in. As we take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, there is some discussion, it appears, on the Capitals bench here. And whether or not this was goaltender interference, there was a little bit of traffic in Kemper's goal crease, but not enough that they're going to challenge here. It looks like we're going to drop the puck. Nick Dowd is ready. And up against Nick Paul. The out-of-town scoreboard is bad, and here it is not good either. Florida Panthers have won. They have defeated Montreal 5-2. Not coming along the near board. Pittsburgh is about to win. They're up 2-0 with 1:45 to go. Capitals are about to be 7 points out of the final playoff spot with 6 to go. Puck that is turned around, picked up here in the era of the 3-point game. That is nearly impossible to make up. With the schedule the Capitals have the rest of the way, only a half dozen. You got 4 home games. You've got a couple on the road, and the Capitals only going to have a half dozen left with 2:45 to go here.
Another back-to-back, tough back-to-back Islanders, Boston, too. So that's not an easy one either.
Got to face the Bruins, got to face the Devils, got to face the Rangers. That comes up next on Sunday afternoon. A shot here for the right point with 2:33 to go. And a save by Vasilevsky. A slight difference of opinion between a7e2 and Hedman. As this play comes to a close, Nick Backstrom would like a word, but we'll step away with 2:33 to go. Tampa Bay up 4-1 on the Caps Radio Network, driven by Kia.
The National Air Traffic Controllers Association are essential frontline aviation safety professionals who proudly work to oversee the busiest airspace in the world. Our nation's aviation system is an engine that drives our nation's economy. NATCA safely guides people and cargo through the skies 24/7, 365. As air travel continues to grow, NATCA is committed to your safety. Visit them at natca.org. NATCA.org. NATCA guides you home.
With Giant Pickup and Delivery, you can shop for all the great local products you love, handpicked and packed by our associates, just for you. All from the comfort of your couch. Save even more at Giant when you stack your savings. Bonus buys, digital coupons, and flexible rewards. Plus, earn 500 reward points when you sign up for Giant Flexible Rewards. More savings for you, only at Giant.
Do you have an air conditioning emergency? If so, you need HVAC 911. Call 301-939-0499 or visit HVAC911.com/DC for service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The most skilled and experienced HVAC technicians in the DMV are only a call away. 301-939-0499 or visit HVAC911.com/DC for service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Brought to you by Steamfitters Local 602.
Hi, this is Alex Ovechkin. You're listening to the Capitals Radio Network.
Well, getting down to it on the out-of-town scoreboard. They are down to 18 seconds to go in Pittsburgh. The Penguins up 2-0 on the Nashville Predators. Nashville with a goaltender pulled. Speaking of goalies pulled, Darcy Kemper has come to the bench here as... Pat Maroon has gone to the penalty box here. And after Maroon picked up his 4th goal of the season at 4:30 and his 5th of the year at 16:28, the Capitals, a late penalty called here as we were going to break. Some of that rough stuff in front, and they must have dinged Maroon for it. So it's a power play for the Capitals. Their 4th of the night here. They've got 4 shots in those 3 opportunities. The net is empty. And Tampa Bay, an opportunity to put it into the empty net. The Capitals need a power play goal, and they need it quickly. Kuznetsov along the left side. Down low now for Paul. Ovechkin keeping it in at the left point. Centered up here for Carlson. And onto the right side. Into the right corner, and now across to Ovechkin. It's broken up here, and here come the Lightning. Chernak toward the empty net. Yes. Into the empty net. Eric Chernak lets it go from the neutral zone. It is 5-1 Tampa Bay, and realistic hope for the Washington Capitals has been extinguished tonight in Central Florida.
Yeah, not good. Obviously, you got to take a chance on that one. And being up by 3, they're going to be a little more aggressive on the penalty kill, too. They got nothing to lose. They put it in the empty net. Now, again, Cats fight a little harder there, but still not enough scoring opportunities. And you're not going to beat a very good hockey team just scoring 1 goal.
That is all the Capitals were able to come up with. Craig Smith at 16:10 of the second period. It goes in the books as a shorthanded goal, albeit into an empty net. And Kemper will just return. And the Capitals going to play out the final minute 40. On to the far wing is Strome. He'll jump in now. Up against Ian Cole. And off into the corner near side. Off the stick of Tom Wilson. Chernak able to clear. Chernak, not a guy that finds the back of the net all that often. That is his second goal of the season. The only goal he had before that was against Seattle back on December 13th. 41 games in between. He puts one into the empty net. And we're down to 70 seconds to go as Sandin loading it back here to the forwards. Back toward Mantha along the near side. And the final minute upon us here. Sandin going to back up into his own zone. And up the left side, he dumped in behind the net where it is stopped by Andrei Vasilevsky, who's going to even his lifetime record against the Capitals. 8 up and 8 down with one beyond 60 minutes. Game is over in Pittsburgh. The Penguins also have won 2-0 over Nashville. Senators continue to lead at home against Philadelphia with 7 minutes to go, 4-3. Here's a puck that deflects off Vasilevsky. A shot attempt along the goal crease. And now the Lightning to center. Skating it with Nick Paul. All onto the wing toward Maroon. Maroon couldn't get a little backhand away along the right post. 13 seconds left. Maroon probably going to be your number one star. Ends up with 2 goals in the third period. Capitals is going to call off the Dogs in their own zone. A standing ovation here at Amalie Arena for the home team. And the Capitals losing touch with the top 8 in the Eastern Conference. They fall to the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight by a final score of 5-1. Ben Raby going to join us when we return for Caps postgame on the Caps Radio Network, driven by Kia. Caps fans, let the bets begin with the greatest sports book of all time, Caesars Sportsbook. Download the app today, register, deposit, and bet on your Capitals or whoever else you like right from the palm of your hand. Or get your bets down at the Sportsbook at Capital One Arena. Must be 18 or older to gamble in D.C., 21 or older in Virginia. Gambling problem? D.C., call 1-800-522-4700. Virginia, call, text, or chat 1-888-532-3500. Caesars Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the Washington Capitals. Your app is ready, Emperor.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than choosing Slash to be in your band.
Next up for lead guitar. You're in.
Cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One and a member FDIC.
Let's take a moment and think about the things you love. It could be stuff like vintage vinyl, stylish sunglasses, or your exotic fish collection. Whatever your passion is, the new Multiply the Cash scratchers from DC Lottery gives you a chance to multiply your cash by 5, 10, 25, or even 100 times and enjoy a lot more of the stuff that makes you, you. Multiply the Cash scratchers from DC Lottery. If you love it, multiply it. Please play responsibly.
At Leidos, we put technology to work on the front lines. Whether we're helping the military stand up a new application or creating efficiencies in our nation's infrastructure, our technology-driven solutions are helping to make the world safer, healthier, and more efficient. It's important work, and it never stops, because failure is not an option. Visit us at leidos.com.
As our country recovers from the pandemic and as air traffic continues to come back, aviation is a vital economic engine. You can depend on the National Air Traffic Controllers Association and its 20,000 aviation safety professionals who work hard 24/7, 365, safely moving passengers, crew, and vital cargo. The members of the National Air Traffic Controllers Association, NATCA, guide you home safely. Visit them at natca.org. That's natca.org.
This winter, enjoy more of Ocean City for a little less. Enjoy seaside escapes and coastal cuisine. Enjoy small crowds and big fun. Enjoy rising with the tide and leave all worries behind. Find your reason to smile all winter long in Ocean City, Maryland.
Capitals just going to call off the Dogs in their own zone. A standing ovation here at Amalie Arena for the home team. And the Capitals losing touch with the top 8 in the Eastern Conference. They fall to the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight by a final score of 5-1. Yeah, that's a story from Amalie Arena. Back to kickoff Caps postgame, brought to you by the National Air Traffic Controllers Association. A tough night for the Capitals. Ben Raby, this was stacked against them really from the jump tonight, having to travel from Dulles to Tampa, getting in at 3 a.m. It's the end of the season. But the Capitals, in needing to try and find a way, they just couldn't tonight, despite what looked like a little bit of a push in the second period. Thought the down line was good tonight, but it ends in a 5-1 loss. And the Capitals now are 7 points out of the postseason. They can only have 12 possible points remaining that they can take. And even if they ran the table, which is highly unlikely given the teams that they are playing and the fact they only had 5 wins in the entire month of March, the other teams are going to win games. And realistic hope probably ended here tonight. There wasn't much coming into this game, but that's probably gone now as the Capitals just too much to overcome here down the stretch.
Yeah, and it was, you could say, building towards this. What I mean by that is you fall in regulation in a deflating manner Saturday night against the Pittsburgh Penguins, one of the teams you're chasing. You're unable to come away with 2 points last night against the New York Islanders, another team maybe further out, but that you're still chasing for a wild card position. And then you looked at the schedule, you looked at this week. There were big games against Pittsburgh and the Islanders, and I think objectively speaking, you looked at this one in Tampa Bay, you recognized second half of back-to-backs against a superior Lightning team, one of the best home teams in the NHL this season. It did not necessarily set up well schedule-wise, just objectively speaking, and I think after the 2 defeats also to Pittsburgh and Islanders, it was trending maybe for a game like this, and then on top of that, you don't get the help on the out-of-town scoreboard tonight. Pittsburgh wins, Florida wins, Ottawa's winning late in the third period. All around, it's a tough 24, 48 hours here for a Capitals bunch, which you credit those who came to play tonight. You highlight Sherry, Dowd, and Obey-Kubel, that line. Ovechkin brought the physicality. Protas showed flashes again, but ultimately without TJ Oshie in the lineup, it's a tough ask tonight in Tampa Bay. As much urgency as they needed to bring, digging themselves an early hole and ultimately too much to overcome.
And as we talked about through the game, Ken, and just highlighting here, it's tough to find a lot of silver linings in a 5-1 loss. But Nick Dowd's line, Connor Sherry, Nicholas Aube-Kubel, as Ben just talking about there, as good a line as the Capitals had tonight. You felt like that they had some will and want to try and keep this thing going in Tampa tonight, even under all of the adverse circumstances. I thought all 3 of them were very good in this game tonight. It's just that was really the only forward line that really got anything going tonight.
Oh, I agree with you consistently like that. I mean, you look at it. That's great that they work hard and offense. They hunt pucks and they forecheck. They do whatever it takes. And but it's just, without your full complement of players on a back-to-back, you're just not going to cut it with one line going. So they lose TJ Oshie, as Ben says, early, and then all of a sudden now the other big guys just didn't do it. I mean, they had a couple opportunities in the power play. They got within one, and they just couldn't make it happen. But not very good. Obviously Kemper, who's got let in 4 goals, but you look at it, I'll tell you what, he played himself a very good hockey game and nothing he could do on there.
Yeah, there was nothing. Darcy did everything that he could, especially when you take into account that he was going back-to-back for just the second time this season. Then going to go off the grid. The New Jersey Devils win tonight, and Vitek Vanacek picking up his 30th win of the season. And amazingly, he is only the second goalie in Devils history to win 30 in a season. The other guy that did it 14 times and has won more games than anybody else. But
wasn't
good
Chris
on Vitek
Terreri?
Vanacek. Yeah. Good.
Wasn't Sean Burke?
Yeah, it was yeah, exactly. Was Craig Billington available? This was without a doubt a great night for Vitek Vanacek and a little bit of history for him. Good on him for having a really good season in front of a really good hockey team. It's not just Vitek Vanacek in New Jersey. He's got a lot of help in front of him, but only Martin Brodeur had ever won 30 in the uniform, and Vitek Vanacek does it tonight here in the closing days of the regular season.
Yeah, good for him and good for that team collectively. This is really the first taste of this type of experience for a lot of that New Jersey team, and they were receiving some pretty good backside pressure from a red-hot Rangers team coming into play. The Rangers had pulled within 2 points of Jersey for second place in the division, so yeah, good win, a big win for New Jersey, for that young team, and to your point, for Vitek Vanacek, who, let's call it for what it is. A very strong start to his season early this year in New Jersey. He had hit a little bit of a lull, some inconsistencies since the All-Star break, but the larger body of work, you're right, 30 wins. Anytime it's only you and Martin Brodeur on a list, it's pretty good company for Vitek Vanacek, and I know they think very highly of him in Jersey, so good on him to potentially go into the playoffs with some momentum here.
Well, no doubt. And, yeah, that's a good list to be on, no doubt. Congrats to Vitek Vanacek for getting to 30 wins tonight in a game against the Rangers. Ken, we will leave it here. It is just about down to playing for the crest on the front of the jersey. The Capitals' tragic number has dropped to 6. With a loss tonight for the Lightning and Pittsburgh winning against the Predators. It could be as soon as Sunday, as the Capitals, if they do not beat the Rangers and Pittsburgh ends up winning in Boston. There's some other things that need to happen in there as well, but obviously realistic things happening here that if the Capitals are that close to being eliminated and there's still a decent chunk of season left, 2 weeks from tonight, the final game of the regular season, obviously the focus starts to shift a little bit here. And hopefully for the evaluation down the stretch of, there's a lot of good things to look at here. And how does Alexander Alexeyev do? And where does he potentially slot in? And just playing for pride. These guys, this is a prideful hockey team that did not expect to be in this position. With all the injuries they had this year, they couldn't overcome it. But that is no reason to throw it in for the last 6 games. Play with pride, come out, do a job, and try and win some hockey games.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much over for the Caps. They know that. It's realistic. But, as you said, there's going to be some guys playing for positions next year. The eye in the sky is watching and see what they see. I mean, like you mentioned Alexeyev, Obey Cabell. I mean, he's making a very good, in front of the brass to be a regular next year in the lineup all the time, playing good on that fourth line, fits in with Dowd nice. So there's other stuff going on, but and do we see anybody from Hershey? Do they give anybody a look in Hershey for a game or two? So that's all remain to be seen. But right now, I agree with you. I think they're just going to come out and play the game, try to win the hockey game they're playing in, do whatever. You don't want to go out there and just kind of go through the motions. That's when you get hurt. That's when bad things happen. So you want to go play hard right down to the final whistle of the season.
Final score, 5-1. Our next broadcast of Capitals hockey coming your way on Sunday afternoon. Airtime at 12:45. Puck drop just after 1 o'clock. It is a national TV game on Sunday. The New York Rangers will be in. Our broadcast time at 12:45. Your only local call of the game right here.